Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Cleveland Browns head coach Todd Monken made a controversial decision yesterday. Monken named Deshaun Watson the starting quarterback of the team over Shedeur Sanders. Here's Coach Monken on what ultimately led to that decision.
Over the course of off-season to training camp to the games, the joint practice, and ultimately felt like to start the season on the road, Deshaun gave us the best chance to move the ball and score points. I mean, that's really what it's about.
In Major League Baseball, the Cleveland Guardians continued their winning ways with a 4-2 win over the Angels in Anaheim. They've won 5 in a row and currently hold the last American League wildcard spot. Meanwhile, in San Francisco, the Reds lost to the Giants 5-0. This update is sponsored by High Bank Distillery Co. Locally inspired dishes and award-winning cocktails. Visit highbankco.com to make your reservation today. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Breakfast time!
Hello, welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis. Can I take your order?
Just want a little breakfast.
Hey, you want some crabs? Because I got some of them.
Get ready to drive through the intersection of football, food, and fun. Come on, Joe! Featuring producer Dylan.
Who are the 5 best rappers of all time?
Special guests.
You serious?
And you. Wake up.
For what?
It's time for T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Tuesday to you. What's up? I'm T-Bone. He is Tyvis. Good morning, go to hell. Tyvis, how are you?
Wagwan, yeah, bless.
Everything blessed.
Yeah, man.
Man.
You missed the first part.
Sorry, yeah, man. Everything. I think he should get a passing grade for that. I said everything blessed.
I liked his enthusiasm.
I also have to. No, that was real too. That was genuine because I feel like everything is blessed because it's a nice sunny day getting ready to happen for us. I just heard that on the weather. It's going to be nice. Kids are getting back to school, so there's learning going on.
Oh yeah,
minds are expanding.
My youngest starts preschool today. That's
right.
But she's doing afternoon preschool. So
yeah.
This is my kid's first full week of school. They had the staggered start. She went one day last week, Wednesday. But this feels real now.
Yeah, this is it. And this is where now at least our school's same way. Our kids are all back in school this week.
Aren't you sad when you get off and go home and it's just Melissa there and the cats?
Anyway, it's Hot Take Tuesday. I've broken up. 3 hellions just screaming at each other, whisper yelling as mom's working on the phone like, no, it's mine, stop, shut up. No, I don't. Yeah, that's yeah.
Is this your
super broken up about it?
Your youngest's first full year of full time school?
No. She did full kindergarten last year, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. Yeah, so she's a first grader now, and she's like, she came back from first day of school and was like, teacher's all right. She's calm. She's good. I think she'll work out. Like, she's like grading the teacher, the adult woman who teaches her class. She was like, yeah, I think she'll work out. I think she's okay. So she's an old pro. She's got this figured out.
Today is going to be a movie because I actually will be home when it's time for my youngest to go to preschool because she's going to go. She does afternoon, so that means she starts at 1 or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
She go 1 to 3:55 or something like that.
Oh, so you're going to experience the drop-off line.
It's going to be, it's not going to be good. It's not. My youngest is very attached to her mother. Let's just say that. It's not going to be great. She's going to cry. There's going to be this whole thing. And I'm going to go in with that expectation, knowing that that's going to happen. And, we got to be those parents whose kid is just hooping and hollering because they don't want to go.
That was me in first grade.
But yet they so excited to go. Like, you asked her yesterday, oh, yeah, I'm excited to go.
I made a whole scene, embarrassed my mother, made her late for work. It was all the same kids from kindergarten, too, so it didn't make sense. It was just a different building.
Yeah.
And I had a full-on meltdown.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, kids are, I don't know what this says. I don't know what this says about me, but I remember, I don't remember the breakdown. I remember the feeling I had for some, because kids sometimes freak out about stuff that you would think is not that big of a deal. Like first day at school, yeah, that can be, it's different, but it's not like you're throwing them into a hyena pit and saying, good luck, here's a stake tied around your neck. Hope they don't get you. Like,
what do you mean? You stay at home with your parents for 5 years and then out of nowhere, they're like, go hang out with these strangers for 7 hours.
But go hang out with after the first few days, though they don't become strangers, they become friends. You get to know your teacher. I'm saying it is terrifying in the moment, but bigger picture, it's not that big of a deal. I remember as a kid,
I freaked out on my parents, and I was apparently hysterical. My mom and dad still talk about this. I was hysterical because we were at a park for like a family reunion thing, and a bunch of the like my cousins and aunts and my mom all stayed back, but all the guys and the boy cousins and stuff, we went on a hike. We walked around this park, right? So I came back, and my mom, they were at the pavilion, and they were giving out perms. They were doing like, they got the little kits, and they were doing like perms. And so my mom's hair went from normally straight and barely curly to like very curly, right? A perm, right? You remember in the 80s. Mm-hmm. So I came back and saw my mom looking very different. And I remember being sick to my stomach and being like, I don't know what to do with my life now. Like, my mom looks different. They said I was hysterical. I was crying. I was like inconsolable. I wouldn't like come up to her. I was like a whole thing. And then
what's the age on this?
I was probably 4 or 5. Like, I'm just saying, I know kids freak out about that stuff. Like, they freak out about the minimal changes. So a thing like going to school, to your point, Dylan, that's a massive change. It's a very big change. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not. They'll be fine. But I fully relate to when I was a kid. I had moments like that.
I think because I cried a lot as a kid is why I don't cry now.
Did you cry a lot as a kid?
I cried a lot.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What type of, like, just sadness in general, or like specific thing? Like,
were you a crier or a whiner or both?
Oh, there's a good question. Yeah.
I don't think I was a whiner. I was more of a crier.
Let's get his siblings on the line and find out.
Like, I was more of a, I wouldn't say that I whined. I would say that I just cried.
By the way, T-Bone, all I got out of your story is that you need to open up your mind more. Girls can't hike and boys can't get perms.
I didn't make the rules. I was 5. I wasn't sitting there like, listen, women, stay back.
Open up your mind, Bone.
I agree with you, Dylan. I think, hi, T-Bone here for women being allowed to walk around. Yes, hot take. I feel like that should be allowed. Actually, that may become a hot take in this country soon. Who knows?
No,
got people trying to repeal like women's suffrage. I don't know. Maybe that's a thing we shouldn't do.
I keep seeing things about like women and dating and putting too much emphasis on like money, and I'm like, they weren't even allowed to have a bank account like 60 years ago. Right. I think their take on money is going to change over the course of time because they have jobs and bank accounts now. But it was okay for your great grandma to date for money because she didn't have any of her own.
Yeah. Oh, that's. Did you ever know that about the divorce rates? How they like people in the 70s were like, divorce rates are shooting up, and everyone blamed it on like moral decay and society. It's like, no, they changed the laws so that women used to, when you got divorced, you couldn't get a bank account because you needed a man to go to the bank with you to sign for the bank account. And then when they changed the law and said, actually, we think women should be able to have their own bank accounts, suddenly divorce rates skyrocketed because they're like, oh, I don't need this loser anymore. Good. Leave him behind and go do what you got to do. Like,
instead of him telling her to get in the kitchen, she bought her own kitchen.
They stuck him for their paper.
Yeah. Like, go figure. When women got jobs and money, suddenly they were marrying for things other than jobs and money. That's crazy. What a wild concept. So, yeah, anyway, I remember growing up with that, being taught that, like, oh, yeah, society really went downhill in the 70s because women started leaving their husbands left and right. And it was like, oh, no. That was actually a good thing because society gave them, like, the ability to be humans and, like, go get a bank account. It's crazy.
I'm surprised you don't think they should be able to hike, but you think they could have their own bank accounts.
Yes, don't let women I'm anti. Actually, I don't think men should be allowed to hike because what I feel bad about, I feel so bad if I'm, like, walking through the park or I'm walking on, like, a hike, and then you see, like, a woman walking the other way or, you know, like, coming past you or whatever. I'm always like, I don't know how to signal that, like, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just here for birds. Like, but so many women have that fear because it's happened. Like, horrible guys remember the trend that was on social media about who would you rather meet in the woods, a man or a bear? And they're like, I'd take the bear. I'd rather meet the bear.
If you ever see me in the woods fighting a bear, help the bear.
Yeah, so I wish I could wear a shirt that's like, I literally am not here to hurt anyone. I'm just here. But I'm a big guy. I walk around. I look kind of intimidating.
Do you come off as intimidating?
Yes, I have a bald head. I'm a fat white guy. Yeah, what do you think? I look intimidating to lots of people, and that's not what I'm trying to go for. I just have no hair.
He looks like he's trying to find his meeting in the woods.
Oh, Mike Common Man told me the first time we met when I went to go get the job.
He
He
swears up and down that you are a Klan
He
member.
thought I looked like a Klan member. And I was like, I'm fat and bald and white. I'm sorry that's what they look like. I didn't do that.
The first time I hosted with Common Man, and I expressed to him how you are the only person at the station that I have not worked with.
Mm-hmm.
And he said it's because I was black.
Oh, wow. See, Wait, why did the ding play? No, the ding should not have played. Why did the ding play? That's not good. That's not good. Ryan Day, your thoughts?
Yeah, the whites are good.
Thank you, Ryan Day. Thank you.
Didn't know
so
this
much.
was such a front for your.
Apparently it is.
You're actually racist deep down inside.
Yeah, apparently I am. Switching gears, did you see the breakfast item that is out there now today? And actually, it's not a breakfast item. It's an everything item. I applaud Chick-fil-A for this, even though
you can get it anytime.
They're doing the waffle thing?
The chicken waffle thing is official. I saw this.
I know they did it in select cities.
Yesterday, rolled it. I went on because I saw this news. I was getting ready for the show last night. I was looking up stuff and they said Chick-fil-A waffle sandwich available now. And I'm like, okay. I went on my Chick-fil-A app and sure as bleep, you can find not only is it available for breakfast, they have a breakfast version of it, and then they have an all the time version of it, like a lunch dinner version of it that's a bigger sandwich apparently. Which I don't know why the breakfast sandwich can't be just as big as whatever. So
I'll be done.
It's on there. It's
Yes,
and apparently
it is.
they're giving you they are pairing it with maple flavored waffles. You can get either the regular filet or I believe you can get the spicy. Yes.
Ooh,
yes.
that's a
Or
game changer.
for those of you like Tyvis who are trying to eat healthy, grilled. You can get the grilled chicken on there if you want to.
There you go.
My friend Ben vouched for this in the group chat yesterday.
Oh, really?
And I think what we should do is, so Tyvis sent me a gift card for Chick-fil-A for my birthday.
Yeah.
I say we try it for the show, and I can say that I bought it, but really Tyvis still bought it.
You can do what you want.
In theory.
I'll buy them. You don't have to use a gift card. I'll buy them. Do we want to get these this morning? Do you want to try them?
I mean, you brought it up.
I'll buy them.
We got to do it for show purposes.
For the show, yeah. For the show. They also, for what it's worth, are doing a, I don't know if we're getting these, but s'mores campfire milkshake, apparently, where it,
if they serve it in the morning, I'll drink it.
graham cracker crumbles,
What is the
chocolate
matter with
shortbread,
you?
ice cream dessert, marshmallow flavored syrup, and a marshmallow flavored whipped topping. And then they also have a 80-year-old smoker breathe in your face, so you get the real campfire smokiness.
Dang.
They
Good.
would
I'm excited.
never do that at Chick-fil-A.
My pleasure. How you doing? Yeah, it'd be good.
Could you imagine?
They say it out of their emphysema hole where they're just like, yeah, right here. Just stick your nose right there. No.
I want one day.
Well, you got to stop laughing at it. I'll stop doing it. How about that?
One day we have to go to a Waffle House and get them to flip cruise with the Chick-fil-A nearby. Could you imagine Waffle House?
Yes. Oh, the switch up would be immense.
Oh my
You drive out to
God.
Chick-fil-A and they're like, oh, I didn't get my sauce. It's like, yeah, you effing didn't. Get out of here. We ran out. See you later.
The waffy.
Yeah, the waffy. The guy
Yes.
at the, I want that guy to do Chick-fil-A rhymes. Like, closed on Sundays, and then you're going to want it, and we won't have it because it's closed on Sundays. My pleasure. Hey, speaking of pleasure, the 49ers owner is incredibly horny. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Tuesday. No crashes to talk about so far, but of course we do have some traffic trouble spots that are starting to pick up out there, including for our friends in New Albany, 161 eastbound when you're passing 62, as well as our southeast side over by Canal Winchester, 33 in that westbound direction over by Gender Road. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
With Bet365 early payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut, summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
At participating U.S. restaurants while supplies last.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on Us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC, and allow 8 weeks.
Common Man here for Jermaine Hyundai, where right now $99 a month gets you your choice of a 2026 Hyundai Elantra or a 2026 Hyundai Kona, a brand new Hyundai for just $99 a month. And only at Jermaine, get free gas for 3 months. And with Jermaine's $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a Hyundai for less. Find your $99 Hyundai today at JermaineHyundai.com. With approved credit, Elantra $44.95 down, Kona $39.95 down, plus tax, title, first month's payment, 7,500 miles per year, ends 8/31.
What defines Ohio? A place that dares to go first and never looks back. There's no slowing us down. At Jobs Ohio, our mission is clear. Strengthen job opportunities and empower Ohio's workforce. Another reason why Ohio is now ranked the #1 state for business by CNBC. This is what unstoppable feels like. We did it together, Ohio. Our time is now. See Ohio's momentum at jobsohio.com/Ohio's time.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
Common Man has hosted shows with radio royalty, Spielman, Tor, T-Bone, just to name a few. So listen to his new show with Timmy Hall.
If man can pull this one off, he's a miracle worker.
Common Man and Timmy.
Weekdays at 3.
The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We have another quiet start to the day out there. Pretty good, all things considered. Mostly sunny skies continue throughout the day, a lot like yesterday. Light winds, highs in the upper 70s. For your Wednesday, passing clouds, still another winter out there with highs pretty close to 80. For The Fan, I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Justin Gertz.
Catch the latest from the world of Ohio State athletics.
Weeknights at 6 on the Buckeye Show.
News, special guests, and everything scarlet and gray. The Fan. One of these men is bald and fat. The other is T-Bone. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
So it's a Hot Take Tuesday. So that means you got your hot takes flowing in. At Bone and Tyvis 971, YouTube chat, YouTube 971 The Fan.
Hot take.
Click on T-Bone and Tyvis.
I got a hot take.
Go right ahead.
Deshaun Watson is going to get booed the worst he's ever been booed in Jacksonville week 1.
Oh, I looked.
The Browns fans are going to. They're going to travel there
flights and tickets.
just to boo him. So it's even worse than the 4,000 people that was at the Browns stadium last.
Oh yeah. Well, you remember when he first started with the Browns.
It was against Jacksonville,
and they were chanting stuff about like him being a pervert and all that stuff.
F.
A sick, yeah. You sick F. You sick F. That's right. They did do that. Yeah. Alex in the chat said, Hot Take Tuesday, Browns naming Deshaun Watson the starting quarterback after Saturday's disaster is worse than going 0-16. At least 0-16 gives you clarity, a high draft pick, and a fresh start. That's right. Hugh Jackson. We need to remember that man's legacy. It was actually a good thing what he did. I kind of like that. Compared to this idiot, like I don't know how in the world they walked out there
but
Todd,
they literally been showing you this.
I know they've been showing you
all season.
Did we not yesterday both say this? That we thought this was going to happen?
Yeah.
We both said, even despite that.
Yeah.
Despite how terrible he was Saturday. You know what's crazy? You said this in the office on Friday.
What'd I say? I say a lot
We're
of
off
things.
the air. You said something about, we were talking about Deshaun, and you said, we were joking about the fact that they will probably come up with some kind of injury
to why he
shouldn't play on Saturday, and say like, oh yeah, he tweaked a little thing. We're going to hold him out
And
just
the
as a
rain
precaution.
delay was the perfect excuse.
They could have just held him out. And if I bet you now they all regret not holding him out, because if you were going to go ahead and do this, if you were going to do this anyway, like what was the?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Tyvis, if they had any shame, they wouldn't have put him out there as the starter. But they have no shame.
This is what
They don't care.
I think that we give front offices too much credit.
Well, speak for yourself.
I think I think a lot of the times we be like, these people are smart. They're in these positions. They gotta be on top of it. And then you see some of the moves and some of the stuff that I'm gonna tell you what really gave it away. And it wasn't nothing the Browns did. The moment that the Giants released Saquon Barkley and they let that thing go public and how that conversation went, and that GM was like, oh yeah, we could get rid of Saquon, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And the owner came out and said, I just don't want him to go to Philadelphia. And they was like, oh, we'll be fine. And they released him and he went to Philadelphia and they won the Super Bowl. When that clip came out, it solidified to me that everybody in front offices is not that smart.
They are smart, Tyvis. You know why? Deshaun's record in Jacksonville, 4-0.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes. Including one of those wins as the starting quarterback as the Cleveland Browns.
One of his very few that he's
hilarious.
had.
Yes. I sat back, and the news didn't even hit me. Because like I said, I've been anticipating it. Like, the one thing I've learned about the NFL and my own situations that I had going on is they don't hide it. Like, it's out there. If you just open your eyes, they put it out there for you to understand that this is about to happen. And it's up to you to recognize it. And it all started, I'm going to tell you when it first started. When Mary Kay dropped that article before camp even started.
What was that, in like May?
He should be. They should name him the starter, and let's get going now. He didn't need to take all the reps. And all the fans was like, "Whoa, they ain't even did nothing yet. What are you talking about?"
You know what? She got ripped to shreds to that, but you know what? She proved to be prophetic and correct. Yeah. Because here's the thing: if you tell me all this body of work crap that I'm now hearing from up in Berea, where it's like, oh, it was the whole body of work. We consider the whole body of work. When in modern professional football or collegiate football history, for that matter, has it ever been about the body of work? What is it that almost every coach says as a cliche? It is, you do your job. What have you done for me lately? Get the job done. Deshaun Watson went out with third stringers, I get, on his team, but you know who he was going against? Third stringers on the other side. And he looked like he didn't know how to play football. So after all this preseason, after all this offseason, the progress and how good he looked and all that stuff, guess what? He heard a couple boos from a couple drunks in Cleveland, which, by the way, God bless, I'm with you.
You're talking about the 4,000 people that was
he heard a few boos.
After a rain delay,
After a rain delay.
So a lot of people went home, but...
Yes, so not a lot of people there. He got booed by the people who were, and he went out, got in his feels, got his My Chemical Romance on, cried himself a river, and threw the worst game I've ever seen from a guy playing on a drive. Looked terrible, and they said, yeah, that's fine. Ignore the most recent example of him with any type of expectations or pressure. He looked terrible, but guess what? When you can't see him in practice, when he's behind closed doors, and we edit all the footage to make him look good, he's really good. And that's where the fans you lose the fans completely.
Well, the problem with that is there's too much footage now. Like, you can't say behind closed doors or at practice, because you got people that's podcasters that's been there every day. You got beat writers that's been there every day. So they're out there putting clips out of practice so fans see it. You got the ESPN tracker coming out every day where you see quote-unquote stats from quarterbacks every day. I'm saying
that stuff's
it's
not
just
real.
And then you got games that people actually watch. And for Todd Monken to say, which I'm sure we're going to play this clip, for him to say the reason why he named Deshaun was we got the clip. Play the clip.
Which one?
The one where Todd Monken talks about why he named Deshaun the starter.
Hold on, I have a short version of it.
Well, again, it's the day-to-day. What they're not seeing is the film. They're not in our building. They're not going to know what we know. You can see with your own eyes, right? You can forecast what you expect it to be, right? A number of those people weren't even at practice. So I don't really concern myself with what they really think. I know what we think and what we see every day and on our building and our players and the momentum we have, and we're 100% behind Deshaun.
Good way to get the fans on your side when you've never coached it down as a head coach in the NFL is to say, I don't really care what the fans think.
He said,
I don't really care what they think.
He said that ultimately they went with Deshaun because he gives them the best chance to score points and move the ball down the field.
Oh, yeah, we have that one. Is this the one?
I wouldn't say anything specific. I would not say that.
Probably not.
Again, on the road, operation, our ability to function, and again, it was close. I mean, like I said, I feel really good about both quarterbacks.
Okay,
I do.
Sure. I know what you're talking about. I don't have the quote here, but yeah.
It's right here. I got it.
Over the course of off-season to training camp to the games, the joint practice, and ultimately felt like to start the season on the road, Deshaun gave us the best chance to move the ball and score points. I mean, that's really what it's about.
That right there. So that one, you can't say that.
Wait, was this
sure about that?
Was this? Wait, hang on. Was this the quote?
I like being strong.
Sorry, I got it wrong.
Like, you can't say that because technically that's a lie. Because in the two games that we saw both quarterbacks play in, Deshaun Watson led one touchdown drive in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Shador led to a field goal drive in Chicago and then led to a touchdown. So technically he scored more points. So you can't say that they give you a better chance when we've watched both quarterbacks go out there and both and then on top of that, Deshaun hasn't pushed the ball down the field more than 10 yards. So what are we talking? What are you talking about? Move the ball down the field like that? The whole thing is kind of just like, what you're saying don't really match what the fans have seen, and that's why I think and then on top of the whole presser thing like that, it's just that's why I see the fans outraged, because it's like it's too much film out there to go against what you're talking about.
Mary Kay Cabot was 100% right, where she said if you're just going to go ahead and name him the starter, then name him the starter and don't have this BS competition.
That's what you should have done.
And it's what they should have done, because clearly it didn't matter what happened in the preseason. I know we're hearing, operationally. Yeah, he gets him up to the line of scrimmage and says, hut, very well. Then when he goes to throw the ball, he has a wet noodle for an arm, and he can't push the ball more than 10 yards down the field. Oh, and by the way, he's going to throw a ton of picks and probably get hurt. So the reason that they I'm convinced the reason they started him, did you see this whole line of thinking where people are saying, well, if you start him and then you have to go away from him, it's easier to go to Shador than if you start Shador and he's bad, then you got to come back to Deshaun, who's this established star. He's going to be completely out of it. So you're doing, again, this organization is pretzeling themselves into a ridiculous shape, all because Deshaun Watson's feelings are not able to be handled properly by him. So you got to manage everybody else around his feelings. And I think that's ridiculous. Let him go out there. They literally saying he can't go out and play to start the season at home. We need to give him a couple games on the road to get people on his side. That's how bad this is. Because if they started at home, guess who's probably the starter? Shador. Because they know Deshaun would get booed, and he couldn't handle it. That's where we're at with the starting quarterback of your NFL team. Every other organization looks at this Browns team and says, what a joke. What a joke.
But what if they go 0-2 on the road?
Then I hope he gets benched for game 3.
I hope he starts.
Then what was the point?
Start his ass game 3 and let everyone get their licks in.
But I'm saying,
because the city of Cleveland deserves it. They deserve to get to boo this man for a real season game where they're paying $8,000 to come to this crappy stadium.
They deserve it. It's literally about him starting on the road because you don't want him to get booed. If he goes 0-2, They gonna boom.
They're gonna boom anyway. And so then what? Yeah, no. This is their again.
I'm saying he didn't even win the game. So what was the point of
Tyvis,
it?
this is their thing. The Browns are always like, yeah, but what if it worked? And it's like they do this. Why draft 2 quarterbacks? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, but what if one of them hit? Okay, like, oh, well, what if we have 5 quarterbacks to start the season? Well, that's dumb. But what if one of them is good? And it's like they just always double down on, yeah, but what if they. I swear Andrew Berry walks in every day to the local corner store and says, give me 8,000 lotto tickets because this time it'll work. Instead of just like doing the things that normal teams do, they want the lottery ticket and they keep going back to the lottery ticket.
Imagine if he's the guy that fixes Deshaun.
Yes, that's it. Exactly. Yes. Yes. And imagine if a bald eagle flies out of my ass. Imagine if that happens. What they'll call me Yankee Doodle Dandy. Yay. That's not happening. All right. I didn't get to it. We'll do it next. The owner of the 49ers is still incredibly horny. Details in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic. From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey, still no issues to report out there on this early Tuesday. Looking pretty good with your drive times, especially in that northwest side. If you're coming in from Plain City to Dublin, 33 between 42 to 161 will only take you about 4 minutes. Also looking good if you're heading southbound. 71 South's looking great, especially 270 South between East Broad Street to 7. You're looking at 1 minute, folks. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Get your air conditioner fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling. 1-800-COOLING.
Something big has just dropped at Hothead Burritos. Introducing barbecue pork carnitas. Juicy, mouth-watering pork carnitas. Our limited-time new citrus chipotle barbecue sauce. Savor the summer flavor. Hothead Burritos. Get up and get you some.
See that white buildup around your faucets? Spots on clean glasses? That's hard water, and what you see is only part of the problem. Fortunately, Culligan Water of Columbus can help. The Culligan High-Efficiency Water Softener is the world's most efficient water softener, using less salt and water while tackling hard water throughout your home. With 4 locations across Central Ohio, Culligan is Columbus's water treatment expert. Start fixing your home's water today with a free water test. Visit CulliganWaterColumbus.com to schedule. Culligan, water you love.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus. Find your dream ride and get approved fast at capitalfordofcolumbus.com. Just a reminder, Tyvis thinks all pizza tastes the same. Also a reminder, Tyvis was born without taste buds. You're listening to Bone and Tyvis.
March 31st, 2025. Jimmy Haslam speaking to the media, quote, "We took a big swing and miss with Deshaun. We thought we had the quarterback. We didn't. And we gave up a lot of draft picks to get him. So we've got to dig ourselves out of that hole." That was a year and a half ago.
You know what's sad?
A year and a half ago.
You know what's sad? It's that week 2, they go up against Baker Mayfield. He is probably one of the few that wanted Deshaun Watson to be the starter.
Yeah.
Because they got rid of him for Deshaun. And you know what the saddest part is? I would say about 80% of this Browns fan base will actually root for the Buccaneers.
I'll be rooting for them.
It's a shame.
They deserve the Browns. No, here's the thing. This is
go root for the Baker.
Hang on. All right. I promise I'm going to get to horny Jeg York in a second. But first, just on that point, it does the Browns no good to finish with 5 or 6 or 7 wins this year, right? It does them no good. It's not going to establish your culture of winning. It's not going to help. Like, you need a quarterback. We all know that. And I don't think Deshaun is that guy. And I don't think Shador's that guy. And sorry, Dylan Gabriel and Talon Green or what. Like, none of the, I don't think any of the answers on the roster. So losing as many games as possible helps you get the best draft position possible to hopefully draft your quarterback next year. And then that accelerates things for you if you get that right, which that's a whole nother discussion, but at least there's a chance there. I don't think it's wrong for Browns fans to say, I hope they lose in Jacksonville. I hope they lose to Tampa. I hope they lose week 3 and on and on and on to week 17. I hope they go in 17.
ESPN got them going 3-14.
Great. That'll put them in a top 3 spot. That's what the Haslams and Andrew Berry have created. That's where we're at, folks. That's what you've done. I didn't ask you to do this. You did it. You brought Deshaun Watson here. You laid him on Cleveland shores and said, here you go. Here's the savior. And it turned out that was completely wrong. So now you're still unpacking that. Jimmy Hasselman now did it 18 months ago. He's still, and we're still, no, actually, maybe he is the answer. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I hope they look good against Jacksonville. I really do, because this thing could get really ugly.
It will get really ugly, and it should, because they deserve it, because they're dumb. Jed York, owner of the 49ers. If you don't know, he is the son of he's a son of the DeBartolo family, right?
They were a former employer of mine.
That's right. Yes, you played for the Niners.
Yep. I used to shake his hand after every
Jed was
win.
He was the CEO of the Niners for a long time. His mother was a DeBartolo. The DeBartolo family owned the Niners for many, many, many years.
Correct.
And then they
Football royalty here in Ohio.
they're from Youngstown. Yeah, that's why if you've ever seen the Niners, did you ever have to do that? Where they would play a game like in Cleveland or Cincinnati or somewhere like maybe Indy, and then they would stay in the Youngstown area for like a week and then go play their game against like the Giants or the Eagles. But they've done that before. The Niners have done that, and part of the reason they do that is because they have that connection to the Youngstown area, and I think that's a nice little part of Ohio history with football. However, East Palestine, Ohio, formerly known as the place where the massive train derailment happened. Remember the EPA, the ecological disaster they had? That happened in East Palestine. And Jed York, who's apparently going through a divorce or has divorced his wife of 15 years. They've separated, divorced back in the spring. Well, he decided, I need to find some companionship. Yes. So he goes to, East Palestine's about 30 minutes away from Youngstown. So that's the connection. Why was he in this random town in Ohio? Now, that's at least the start of it. Why was he in a trailer park, apparently, meeting up with someone for apparently $140 to have sexual intercourse? I do not understand. I don't know that I know the full answer on that.
So this was a sting operation.
Yes.
You know what? This is sad.
It is sad.
It's sad.
He thought he was going to hook up with someone at a trailer park for $140. Instead, it was an undercover officer. He got arrested. Now, they knocked the charge down from like soliciting to, they said he had, what was the thing? It was tools of criminality or something like that. Possessing criminal tools is what they said he did. So
what are the tools?
Is that KY? Is that like what are we? What's the tool? What are the tools? A cell phone? Is the cell phone that you called to set up the rendezvous? Like what? Little Kentucky jelly? I don't know. Little quick lube. Just get an oil change. Nothing wrong with that. Anyway, yeah. So he apparently So here's the thing. Saturday is when this happened. Sunday, Saturday night, Sunday, he's arrested, booked, charged, fine paid.
Did he at least go through with it?
No, because the undercover officer's like, well, technically I did promise you. So I guess go on over.
So you telling me he went in, she took the money and then said abracadabra, and boom, they kicked the door in.
You have the right to remain silent. And then
I know a guy that this happened to, unfortunately.
Did he play for the Buckeyes?
He did. He sure did.
I think I remember there were a few stories about that, too.
It's a shame.
I cannot wrap my head around he's probably not a billionaire, but if they were to sell the team, he would be. So a guy that has like a net worth of $1 billion going to a trailer park to have sex with someone for $140, go date someone that only likes you for your money like a normal person.
You know what
you can just do that.
It's
legal.
You know what he thought? $140. That's a steal.
Yeah, you know what? Rich people are cheap.
Too good to be true, apparently.
That's a steal.
Especially in this economy. Yeah.
Keep this in mind.
$140.
Just keep this in mind when, like, the NFL players go for the next CBA and the owners are like, we can't afford it. And you're like, how do the NFL owners not think they can afford paying the players? Well, apparently this is the mentality where it's like, hey, I'm looking to hook up with somebody. $140 is all I can do right now. Like, there is a poor man's mentality among some of these NFL owners, apparently.
I was listening to Mina Kimes talk about this on ESPN, and she basically was saying that if this gets plead down, the NFL can't do anything about it because they didn't do anything to Bob Kraft for getting handies from masseuses.
They're not going to do it.
If they can't do
not
anything.
Allegedly, Tyvis. It's not allegedly. The man was on video. And it's not allegedly here. He pled no contest, which means, yeah, I basically am not going to fight this. And he also said he'll take the punishment for if he did it, which he's not claiming guilt, but he's not fighting it and saying he's innocent. So whatever. In either case, how many times have you ever heard of a court case start to finish wrapping up in one day?
None.
This man got arrested, arraigned, bailed out. Then the judge said, "This is the charge." He said, "No contest. Let me pay the fine." And this is the coup de grace on this thing. The Niners came out yesterday with a statement and said, "As this is a legal matter that is now closed, we have no comment on it." But what happens when the legal matter's open? Whenever there's pending, they're like, oh, this is an open legal case, so we can't comment on it. So you can't comment on it when it's open. You can't comment on it when it's closed. So when can you comment it? Kyle Shanahan is on the cell phone right now, wrecking into somebody's car and getting the documents reversed just so you don't have to hear about this conversation. Hell of an offseason for the 49ers. I bet Brandon Ayuk is somewhere smiling and enjoying himself quite a bit. Morningwood coming up next. Not involving anything with Jed York. That's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic. From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Looking at a crash just before you're hitting Granville. Expect lane closures on State Route 16 West, just passing Thornwood Crossing. Out there, looking at a 10-minute delay so far, so be patient out on the roads. A similar situation, no incident, but boy, do we have more traffic really forming this morning. Southeast corner, Canal Winchester, 33 westbound over by Gender Road, as well as by Pickerington Road. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
As summer starts winding down, it always seems to happen the same way. The backpacks are packed, the school forms are signed, and suddenly the calendar fills up faster than you ever expected. Between the last-minute appointments, school shopping, and getting everyone back into a routine, it's easy for those projects around the house to keep getting pushed to next weekend. Here's the good news. Your roof doesn't have to be one of them. At Newman Roofing, our team of value-driven professionals makes the process simple. You'll get honest answers, clear communication, and recommendations built around your home's needs. No sales pitches. Whether it's a new roof, siding, or gutters, we'll help you check it off your to-do list with the kind of white glove service that's earned the trust of families across Central Ohio for more than 30 years. So instead of worrying about your home, you can spend what's left of this summer making memories with the people who matter most. Newman Roofing, built around family. Ours protecting yours. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit newmanroofing.com today.
Football season is here. Make sure your internet is ready. Kinetic's 100% fiber gives you the fast, reliable connection to enjoy live football on YouTube TV and watch up to 4 live games at once with Multiview. Check real-time stats and catch more big plays without missing a snap. Take your game watching to a whole new level. Switch to Kinetic. Save up to $120 on your first year of YouTube TV. Visit GoKinetic.com for details. Subject to availability and eligibility. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Cancel anytime. Kinetic. Internet better.
Inside or out, Billiards Plus has what you need for tailgating season. Fire up your new top-of-the-line grill for a perfect game day feast. Then keep the fun going inside with pool tables, shuffleboard, and more. Billiards Plus, the store you won't want to leave. Shop online or visit them on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
AR, between road trips and hauling gear, you ever think about a Suburban?
Absolutely. I could fit everybody and every animal in there. McDaniel GM Superstore. Got my truck there, and it was the easiest deal I've ever made.
No hidden fees?
None. And right now, the 26 Suburban is up to $10,000 off MSRP.
10 grand, that's money left in your pocket and the space you need.
Terms and conditions apply for qualified buyers. Head to McDaniel GM Superstore, north on 23 off Route 95 in Marion. McDanielGMSuperstore.com.
Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut, summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
At participating US restaurants while supplies last.
Truck drivers, get more of what you're looking for from Schneider. Schneider delivers more for drivers with more new equipment, more driving options to choose from, and more support from our 24/7 maintenance team. Find a job that fits your lifestyle at Schneider. Choose from solo or team driving jobs with many home time choices, including local, regional, tanker, and dedicated options. Become a Schneider driver and get more from your career. Search driving jobs today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Leon was about to leave the military.
My biggest concern was, what am I going to do next?
He found out about My Computer Career and their military transition program.
The Cyber Warrior program takes you from not knowing anything about a computer at all to being a subject matter expert.
How long is that going to take?
In the span of 4 months, I was able to get 4 different certifications.
4 months? Leon's advice?
Very highly recommended.
Become a certified cyber warrior in just months at mycomputercareer.edu. This is one student's experience. Individual results vary. VA education benefits available to those who qualify.
When your furnace or air conditioner stops working, you can always rely on Atlas Butler to get it up and running the same day. So why not depend on Atlas Butler for all your plumbing needs? Our expert plumbers can take care of anything from a clogged drain to a broken water heater. We work on all brands of water heaters and plumbing equipment. One call does it all.
One option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Sometimes when Tyvis wears khaki pants, I can see the outline of his genitals. There's no joke there. It's just an observation.
God, the more I resist, the more intriguing they become. I can't look away.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
I still cannot get over the owner of the 49ers, Jed York, an NFL owner, saying, yeah, let me go to East Palestine, Ohio, trailer park, hook up with someone. But I'll add this. I don't underestimate anyone's kinks anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are looking at this like, well, he could go hire someone who's probably... Look, you don't think there are NFL owners who have high-priced friends of the night escorts? This is not to shame sex workers. Let you live. I hope you get all the money for that. Do what you got to do.
When we played football back in the day, when I was on the NFL, and I played in
I like how you phrase that. Like, when I played football on the NFL. I know what you're talking about.
In the NFL.
I know what you're talking about.
I played for the Seattle Seahawks.
I do remember that.
And when we played cover 3, that was one of our base coverage. And we always talked about the linebackers had these hook drops.
Okay.
And when they did the hook drop right, we called them high-price hookers.
Sure. Okay, because they were a hooker.
Yeah. So
because they're hooking.
They did the hook drop.
Right.
High-price hookers.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what
you would think. You would think there would be, and allegedly there are. Allegedly there are, like, for the super wealthy, there are, like, I've heard it put that there's like a club essentially that you can get into, and you pay a fee, kind of like if you had like a law firm on retainer, where you just, like, whenever you need the lawyers, you pay a fee.
Correct.
They're involved, and then when you need legal services, you pay as you go. But like, this keeps them, like, they're exclusive to you. They work with you, right?
Yep.
I've heard there's similar things for the very, very wealthy, not just NFL owners, but like, the thing is, I'm sure there is something that if Jed York really wanted to, he could. I think the issue is, I think the guy likes an aspect of, like, like some people like to be degraded in the bedroom. Some people like to be told how whatever, they're not good enough. They I don't know why people like that. That's your thing. I let you live.
What would this be? He likes the sound of a window air conditioner? Like,
yes, it is. He's like,
he likes it in strange places.
Hey, I think that's a good way to.
It's good to know where you stand on the important issues. Oh my! This is Morning Wood.
The trailer park is a strange place, in case there's any confusion there. Dylan, Morning Wood question number 1.
Before we get to Morning Wood, Tyvis, I have a a totally different question about your time with the Seahawks.
Didn't the Seahawks release you twice?
He gets so much.
By the way, I need to update you two. Breakfast sandwiches ordered, so
Nice.
they're on their way. We're trying the Chick-fil-A waffles today, so those are coming.
Tyvis will eat a thing, certainly.
Oh, yeah, we'll play that too. Yeah, absolutely right. All right, Dylan, Morningwood, question number 1.
All right, so the second biggest news out of Cleveland yesterday was that they waived tight end Daquan Wright, and he is now set to join LSU. Before I ask you the question, here's what Lane Kiffin had to say about whether or not he's comfortable with NFL players coming back to college.
Situations are different. Should NFL players come back to college? I believe, it doesn't matter necessarily what I believe, that answer would be no. I think every circumstance should be looked at differently. This is a very unique circumstance. The judge found that these players should have been told and should have known that they were going to be eligible for a 5th year, which every player moving forward, every athlete moving forward in all sports has. And so they should have known that in December when they were making decisions. Had they known that, they would have stayed. They had no eligibility. So this is not many other circumstances that have been discussed over the years about professionals coming back.
Stop.
They did not know they had a year.
Stop.
Since then, the judge has said, you do have a year. And so because of that, this is a different situation in that where they're just going back to play. They're wanting to go back to play the year that they've been granted.
Would you agree or disagree with one Lane Kiffin?
You can already tell.
I understand what he's saying.
I don't, because
it makes sense what he's saying.
It doesn't, though.
However, once you go pro, it's done.
Yeah.
Like, it's done. You're right. They should have known in December, and they should have gotten that information, and they should have been able to make the decision back then. They didn't. They dressed up in as a pro. They went through the draft process.
Yeah.
They didn't get drafted, or they did get drafted, whatever the case may be. They went through training camp of the NFL.
Yeah.
And OTAs of the NFL. So they got professional training.
Yes.
And now they're getting to go back to college. That's the problem right
now,
there.
Everything you said is correct, but here's my bigger baseline problem is Lane Kiffin's argument is wrong, because the NCAA, when they instituted this policy, said guys who are currently, like Bruce Thornton, we talked about it at the time with Bruce. When that ruling came down, we said 5 for 5. Bruce played 4 years. Can Bruce Thornton come back and suit up for the Buckeyes again this year? The answer was no. The NCAA said you cannot do that.
Should have been a here on out. From here on out.
Yes, they said starting going forward, everyone's still in college. Moving forward, you will have that starting this year. But if your last year was this 2025, Tyvis, how's that work? When the settlement comes down that says everyone gets name, image, and likeness, when was the cutoff date on that? You've brought this up many a time.
It was 25th.
Was the last
2016,
date?
15,
yes.
16.
And when was your last game?
15.
Your last season was 2015.
15, yeah.
Did they go, oh, well, actually, never mind. Tyvis, you get some money too. And everybody in 2015. Oh, and everybody in 2014. No, they said they had a cutoff. This is when it was. It sucks. It sucks if you're the last one on the cutoff. But Lane Kiffin's point to like, oh, these guys, it's just a one-time deal. Yeah, until it isn't. And hey, Ryan Day said the same thing yesterday. He said, hey, I'm going to do what I have to do for the good of the program. I just wish these coaches, they all say they want rules, and then when someone comes in with a rule, and then a judge who's like, oh, hell, Beauregard Chambliss here, I do declare Louisiana State, we will let them play. Like, they went to a Louisiana State judge to get a ruling for LSU on an LSU player. That's what happened. That's what they wanted. When that happens, then everybody goes, well, what am I supposed to do? I'm just a lowly college football coach who makes $12 million a year. No, you could be a college football coach who says, I'm not abiding by this system. I'm not going to do that. That's stupid. We have to have some rules in college football. I will be one of the people who follows whatever rule they're putting out. Instead, everyone puts their hands up and goes, oh, some judge in hillbilly land said it's allowed now, so I guess I'm allowed to do it. And then everybody goes and the rule just completely evaporates. So
this may be a little bit of a hot take, but when I heard this audio yesterday, Lane Kiffin convinced me that this is okay. What
about my audio that I just said to your face right now? What about that? What about that? Because I said words to you now that said different, that Lane Kiffin's a liar. Lane Kiffin is a known liar. He lies all the time, and he's wrong about this.
Here's why I'm okay with it, because like he said, this is a very special circumstance where, and Tyvis said it too, where these guys probably should have known in December that they would be eligible to play college football this year. It's not like anyone that gets cut from an NFL roster and isn't going to make a practice squad is able to come back to the NCAA. It's specifically players that their 5th year of eligibility would be this year. And it's not like it's the NCAA that's letting these people back. It's in a court of law that they're deciding that these people should have had a chance to play their 5th year of eligibility. Those are the only people
it's
that
a one-time deal.
Exactly. It's not going to happen again after this.
The only issue with this that I have with it past this is, what does that mean for the kids' draft?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Are they going?
Well, Daquan Wright didn't get drafted. He could get drafted next year.
Okay. Why?
What about
why?
What about R.J. Lewis Jr.? R.J. Lewis Jr. is playing for, again, a totally different school. LSU in basketball, with another Louisiana State court judge, came to the bat and said, R.J. Lewis Jr., you can play college basketball for LSU. And Will Wade, who, of course, they get all the winners there at LSU, the great coaches. This Friday, the NCAA won an injunction that said, no, you can't let the 5-for-5 rule go back retroactively. It has to start somewhere. It starts this year. Guess what? Monday, a Louisiana judge said, but not for R.J. Lewis. R.J. Lewis was a 2025 Big East Player of the Year for St. John. He was second-team All-American, went to the NBA, could not secure a job in the NBA, signed multiple contracts in the NBA, and now he's going to be eligible because a state judge in Louisiana, right down the street from Baton Rouge, said, yeah, he's allowed to play. Will Wade's hugging him in the courtroom. So you say it's only this one time.
It is.
It will not be, because
it's the same case with him. This would be his 5th year of eligibility.
So let me get this right.
He signed multiple NBA contracts.
So let me get this right,
He's been out since 20. No, Dylan, he was out in 2025. That was last year. Then last year he didn't play. He was trying to make it in the NBA. Failed last year in the NBA. Now he wants to come back to college.
So he get to come back to college, play a whole season, and then get drafted. And
yeah, he's going to try again. Going to try again.
Let me do it then.
That's what I'm saying. Where's the limit?
Just go ahead. More than 5 years removed from your high school graduation date or your 18th birthday, so you don't qualify.
There's guys playing in college football this year who are 7th and 8th year guys.
That's not going to be the case anymore, though.
Until it isn't. Until a judge says, actually, that rule sucks too. Never mind. Like, dude, whatever. Okay. Anyway, take Lane Kiffin's side. That's fine. It always works out when you do that. Sorry, Morning Wood was one question today, but it was a damn good one, Dylan, so I appreciate that. I'm so flustered. I'm so pissed off.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
You.
No, my problem is there's more hillbilly drama involving Lane Kiffin and the FBI. We'll get to that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
That north side commute is still looking great on this Tuesday, especially 270, both that eastbound and westbound direction out there. If you're traveling outside of Plain City, 33 is looking great. A 4-minute commute between 42 to 161 as you're making your way towards 270 and other parts around Dublin. Lastly, for our friends in Madison County, a little bit slower on 40 east. I gotta say, about a 20-minute commute as you're heading towards 270. Definitely take 70 east if you can, especially to head downtown. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
How many of you have had your garage floor done? I'll wait for the answer. Yeah, that's enough. How many of you think it looks like crap? That's because it is crap. One quick call to Comer & Cross Concrete Floor Coatings at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, and they can install a gleaming new Comer & Cross garage floor in one day. A Comer & Cross garage floor is the gold standard. It's like pulling into a new car showroom every night. And here's the best part. It is guaranteed your garage floor will never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. And listen, you lazy bum, they'll even take the stuff out of the garage for you. They're all certified uniform pros. No subcontractors at Comer & Cross. This is a premier product with premier results, and they hired a premier endorser to tell you about it. For your quick and easy Comer & Cross garage floor quote, call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to comercross.com, COMER cross.com.
Whoa, what's all this? These screens, the food?
All for the game, bro.
Dude, let us pitch in.
No need. I've got it all covered. With T-Mobile, I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet.
No way. Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy to set up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com. Price guarantee on talk, text, and 5G data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
Kick off your savings when you buy or refinance your home with a Miller Lending no closing cost mortgage. Closing costs aren't mandatory, so don't fumble away your opportunity to save money. 8779 no cost. That's 8779 no cost. Or apply online at nocostmortgage.com.
If you're being honest, you can feel it in the air, can't you? We're getting so close to that first fall Saturday where all the talking stops and you finally find out what you're about. It's Jeremy Birmingham here, Berm from the Austin and Berm Show on 97.1 The Fan. And being around training camp lately has actually reminded me of something about myself. I spent a long time knowing what I needed to do, and somehow I confused that with actually doing it. I knew I was carrying too much weight. I knew it because my knees told me that, my ankles told me that. That's just the price you pay, especially when you have arthritis. I knew I didn't feel the way that I wanted to feel, but none of that information was new. What was new was that I had an opportunity to change it. And what changed was finally having somebody help me do something about it. I started Awaken 180. I followed the plan. I worked with my coach, and 7 weeks later, I was down 40 pounds without weight loss medication. The inflammation was gone. The grogginess is gone, and my happiness is way up. If you spent the summer thinking about doing something, maybe it's time to stop thinking and start doing. Make today your starting point. That's coming from somebody who knows what comes next. Awaken180weightloss.com.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of the biggest positives we hear from customers is, I loved my Pella Columbus guide. We're there to be whatever it takes to make your life easy.
We've been working on our support as well.
Cool, like...
I made a pamphlet.
A pamphlet?
Double-sided, very thorough. Even put a word search on page 2 with window words like double pane, which is what my mom used to call me, still calls me.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
Something big has just dropped at Hothead Burritos. Introducing barbecue pork carnitas. Juicy, mouth-watering pork carnitas. Our limited-time new citrus chipotle barbecue sauce. Savor the summer flavor. Hothead Burritos. Get up and get you some.
I'm fixing to tell you something that the insurance industry does not want you to ever hear. Bullies often delay and deny. I see them sitting on premiums paid and making money and dragging it out for as long as they can. Many times, we're forced to take them to court. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Their high-paid lobbyists are on a mission to make sure that at trial, jurors are not allowed to learn that the at-fault party has insurance, and in some cases, lots of it. I can think of no case in all my years where there was no insurance for the at-fault party. So let's fight back. It's all these bullies understand. Tell everybody you know the truth. If you've been injured in a car crash or hurt at a store or business, visit forthepeople.com. We're here 24/7. It's that easy. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Cleveland Browns head coach Todd Monken made a controversial decision yesterday. Monken named Deshaun Watson the starting quarterback of the team over Shedeur Sanders. Here's Coach Monken on what ultimately led to that decision.
Over the course of off-season to training camp to the games, the joint practice, and ultimately felt like to start the season on the road, Deshaun gave us the best chance to move the ball and score points. I mean, that's really what it's about.
In Major League Baseball, the Cleveland Guardians continued their winning ways with a 4-2 win over the Angels in Anaheim. They've won 5 in a row and currently hold the last American League wildcard spot. Meanwhile, in San Francisco, the Cincinnati Reds lost 5-0 to the Giants. This update is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss, a no-risk, all-rewards path to real weight loss. If you're not happy with your results in the first week, get 100% of your money back. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Tyvis Powell helped the Buckeyes win a national championship. T-Bone watched Tyvis Powell help the Buckeyes win a national championship. Equally important. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right. It's been an eventful day so far. If you have missed any of it, one, it's a Hot Take Tuesday. More of your hot takes coming up in mere moments. You can tweet those to us at Bone and Tyvis 971. Go to YouTube, 971 The Fan, T-Bone and Tyvis. Or, of course, there's always the voicemail line, 614-460-8010 for the Hot Take Tuesday. Hey,
I got a voicemail.
Why was that so loud?
Voicemail
Sorry.
for you, Bone.
Oh, a voicemail for me.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Hey, good morning, guys. It's Chris from Hilliard again. T-Bone, you are back in style. You're back in your regular form. I heard you today have a T-Bone tirade over the Browns. I love it. Welcome back. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you, Chris.
Yes, you came back from vacation. You were in your peak zen. You were trying to be peaceful, but the Browns ruined it for you.
I mean,
now you're back. Now you're yelling about everything.
I feel like I was yelling last week too, but yeah, the Browns bring that out of me. What can I say when it comes to Deshaun Watson and the stupidity there? So we talked a lot about that. We'll talk more about that throughout the day. We also, of course, talked about the incredibly horny owner of the 49ers, Jay York, getting his we're trying to do something in East Palestine, Ohio, where apparently he got caught up in a sting. Instead of going to the trailer park for $140 rendezvous, he ended up getting a little trip to the local jail, and then obviously got bailed out. And that's all over. The Niners said, well, nothing to see here. Court case is already settled. Why would we even talk about it? When a court case is open, we can't talk about it. When a court case is closed, we also can't talk about it. So I guess we just never talk about it. But if you want to catch up on the podcast, wherever you get podcasts, just search T-Bone and Tyvis. It'll be there for you. It'll be in your podcast app. You can subscribe, like it, follow it. Every single episode, every single day. It's all brought to you by our friends at Capital Ford of Columbus. So I saw this story about Lane Kiffin, who we were just talking about in the last segment, he's convinced, hey, man, you just got to bring players back. It's a one-time deal. We bring them back from the NFL. Till next time when a judge, gets asked, hey, what about a player who went to the draft and went in the first round and didn't like where he got drafted? He wants to come back now. It's like, well, you can't prohibit him from working. I mean,
first of all, if they got drafted in the first round, they willing to go back to college. They ain't paying them that much money. How much was Fernando Mendoza getting? Wasn't it $50 million?
Yeah, I think you're right. He finally got to $50 million. Yeah. What did Dante Moore, or what would he have gotten if he had gone in the first round? If he had gone in the draft this year?
Probably just shy of that.
Okay.
Maybe
and he
40,
stayed.
45.
I'm just saying he stayed in college. So I'm
That's a good point.
My point is guys are already choosing to stay in college, maximize that, and then I'm saying, what if you just don't like where you get drafted? What if you're like,
you pull a Eli Manning and refuse?
But
to
instead of asking for a trade, you go to a judge and say, hey, can I hop back in?
I mean, technically, can
I do my thing?
Was it their third or fourth year in college? What
if Arch decides he doesn't want to go to Arizona or Cleveland?
Then they're gonna let him go back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like this.
I'm saying,
but see that one, I would be more. First of all, if somebody drafts you,
first of all,
do they own your rights right then and there?
I have no clue anymore.
I feel like they do.
I don't even know how that.
Because, you've had people in the past get drafted and then go play baseball, like famously John Elway and Bo Jackson, because they didn't want to play for the teams that drafted them. But they didn't go back to Auburn and wherever the hell John Elway played.
That was when we had some sanity. Yeah. That was because there were rules, and everybody was like, well, I can't just go get a judge to overturn the rules that exist. Now, I don't like this. I don't want to do it. Let's go hit the portal. Hey, you're back. Congratulations. But anyway... So we talked a lot about Lane Kiffin in the last segment. We'll continue to do so because apparently the executive director of Ole Miss's NIL Collective said the FBI searched Ole Miss's football office for recording devices after Lane Kiffin left for LSU following the 2025 regular season. Walker Jones, who co-founded the Grove Collective and also told Haley Joel Osment that he has AIDS, I believe is how that worked out. Anyway, Walker
told me I have AIDS.
Yeah, right. There you go. Thank you. That's
and how you doing, little partner?
Fine. And it's little visitor now. Attaboyoli's how you say it in Cherokee.
Oh, well, pardon my French, but I'll be damned.
Walker told me I have AIDS.
I mean, we're not trying to steal their bit.
Shout out Common Man and Timmy.
Walker Jones. Walker told me, whatever. Anyway, he co-founded the Grove Collective. He was on a podcast. I want to remind you, Lane Kiffin had a problem with Ole Miss, and one of the problems he had was that there were like, there were a lot of whites. Is that a good? Is that fair?
Yeah.
He said it was hard for him to recruit these kids to come to Ole Miss because it's a lot of whites.
Yeah, the whites are good.
Right.
Yes.
There's a lot of that going on down there. Okay, so that in mind, here's the name of the podcast that Walker Jones, co-founder of the Grove Collective, he went on a podcast called Assorted Crackers, featuring three gentlemen who apparently are white who like to talk about bourbon, among other things.
Bourbon,
Anyway.
hunting, fishing.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, all the
hobbies.
Everything in a Luke Bryan song, essentially, right? Yeah. Everything that Luke Bryan doesn't actually do in his real life, but sings about for money. Anyway, he said, this Walker Jones guy said, we actually had the FBI come through and walk the building for bugs and for everything. We knew kind of what was in Baton Rouge. We knew how they operated. I remember getting on my knees and looking underneath the desk. Pause right there. Said, I remember getting on my knees and looking underneath the desk, like checking for, is there some sort of bug in my office? When asked why he was looking under his desk, Jones said, trust me, you don't know this guy like I do, talking about Lane Kiffin. So that's a bit problematic, right? That like, okay, it's that bad that you think you had to go get a dude from the FBI or people from the FBI to come inspect your building. So that led to Pete Golding, who now is the Ole Miss head coach, being asked about, hey, did you bring the FBI in with Lane Kiffin leaving? Here's what Pete Golding had to say.
Any bowl game playoff system, obviously, you're going to up security. I'm not sure that there was a hiring process of here we go with the FBI. I do think we probably have a current player whose dad just so happens to work for the FBI that lives in town, that from that standpoint, there was no measure to go, oh my gosh, here come in from that standpoint. But no, obviously, anytime you get in that playoff system and you had guys from this building go to other places, you want to make sure it's secure for your players. Nothing from our standpoint, but the video access and everything else and all those things that you're doing regardless where you're at. I mean, that's no different when, in the semis and the quarters, regardless where you're at for the hotels that you're staying in. Like, you've got to up the security. People are in and out, and you're sweeping trash cans. I mean, that's been done for the history of ball. So, no, there was no hiring process of, hey, let's get the FBI in here. Holy cow, let's start looking around. No, it wasn't anything like that.
Okay. So,
why is he acting like he doesn't know the circumstances?
I know. He's
like there just so happened to be a player maybe that his dad's in the FBI, and in the video he's like doing the quotation marks, hand signals. Like, who are you, Dr. Evil? Like, bro, you know exactly what happened. Why are you acting like, well, hypothetically speaking, maybe there was a player that has a dad that's on the... What are you talking about, dude?
Talk about again, Lane Kiffin is one of the highest paid coaches in college football. Everyone who's ever worked with this guy says after they are done working with him, he's a dirtbag and his name is no good here and we hate him. Apparently someone who also thought of going to work with him, right? Pete Golding thought of going to work with Lane Kiffin at LSU and ultimately decided, no, I'd rather be the head coach of a team than be your assistant again. But even the people around him at LSU, or at Ole Miss rather, said, yeah, it wouldn't be bad to have someone apparently who works for the FBI, air quotes. I feel like Chris Farley in that sketch where he goes, just because I don't shower regularly, I have a bit of a weight problem, like that. I'm just saying, like, anybody who's around Lane Kiffin long enough says, yeah, I don't trust this dude. That should be point number one when you're going to recruit some kid who's got you and LSU in their top two. You'd be like, yeah, here's a list of people who say they no longer trust Lane Kiffin after they stop working with him. Do you want to go work for that guy? Work with that guy? Do you want to work with me?
They're working with him they're using him to elevate themselves.
Yeah. And I mean, I get it. Like he gets good recruits and he turned Ole Miss into a pretty tough out. He wasn't the first one to do that, but he kept making that team very good.
LSU making the CFP this year.
If they don't, it's a massive disappointment. They've spent tons of money on that roster. They went on, they basically sold their souls to do that. Did they not?
They've sold their soul in every sport. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Wade and Lane Kiffin are your two coaches. You have no ethics whatsoever. Kim Mulkey, yeah, there's another one.
Yeah.
I forgot about, we were talking about Art Briles last week. I forgot. Do you remember when Kim Mulkey told everybody, she's like, if you wouldn't send your daughter to Baylor, punch him in the face if they say that. And then she's like, I didn't mean to incite violence towards people. I'm going to go LSU now and ignore Brittany Griner and forget that she played for me while she's in Russia. I'm going to forget about all that. Anyway, yeah, she's a lovely human. Deshaun Watson gave what some are calling an apology for how he spoke to the fans. You be the judge on that. We'll let you hear from him next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there. A crash finally clearing up in downtown Columbus. It was happening 70 in that westbound direction over by Kelton Avenue. But hey, we still have some slowdowns nearby. Canal Winchester, still don't like your speeds at 33 in that westbound direction over by Gender Road. Really busy out there this morning. Same situation when you're passing Reynoldsburg, 70 in that westbound direction over by Bryce. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, it's Common Man. Everybody's talking about affordability these days, but the good news is you'll find hundreds of vehicles that fit your budget at GoGermain.com. Drive home in a new sedan starting at just $139 a month. New SUVs from only $189 a month, or a truck for as low as $329. Plus, choose from over 1,700 new and pre-owned vehicles, all priced under $30K, and it's only at GoGermain.com. And with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Go see my friends today. GoGermain.com.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut. Summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
At participating U.S. restaurants while supplies last.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all of these rain chances going up.
We're already tracking a few severe thunderstorm warnings.
We do have team coverage for you this morning, tracking outages and flooding.
Difficult for people to get out of their homes right now. Flood waters up to their knees.
Did you see that car?
Yes.
The wind flipped it over.
This is huge. The wind must have been so strong to rip this up out of the ground and take some of the sidewalk with it.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on the 10 TV app.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My AC's still cooling, but something's not quite right. Seems it's working awfully hard, but I'm so hot at night.
Let us have a look. We'll figure out what's wrong. We'll recommend the best plan to get it running strong.
Get a free diagnostic AC check with repair.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
I'm Ben. As a licensed Kroger pharmacist, I'm committed to helping you choose the right vaccines for you and your family. Whether you have questions about the flu, RSV, or COVID vaccines, our team is ready to go above and beyond for you when it comes to providing personalized care and seasonal vaccine education. No appointment needed. At Kroger, we're here to look out for you. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See site or pharmacy for details.
Football season is here. Make sure your internet is ready. Kinetic's 100% fiber gives you the fast, reliable connection to enjoy live football on YouTube TV and watch up to 4 live games at once with Multiview. Check real-time stats and catch more big plays without missing a snap. Take your game watching to a whole new level. Switch to Kinetic. Save up to $120 on your first year of YouTube TV. Visit GoKinetic.com for details. Subject to availability and eligibility. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Cancel anytime. Kinetic. Internet better.
Day 1, the hardest day. The day you hear,
this is a type of blood cancer.
At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1. To learn more and get help on any day, visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572.
Do you have foot pain? Foot pain is not normal regardless of your age or job. Podiatric physicians are the most qualified doctors to care for your feet and can provide important foot care solutions or shoe inserts to better manage foot pain. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care. We've been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
What defines Ohio? A place that dares to go first and never looks back. There's no slowing us down. At Jobs Ohio, our mission is clear. Strengthen job opportunities and empower Ohio's workforce. Another reason why Ohio is now ranked the #1 state for business by CNBC. This is what unstoppable feels like. We did it together, Ohio. Our time is now. See Ohio's momentum at jobsohio.com/Ohio's time.
It's high school football on the Fan. Join Tyler Danberg and Coach Larry Wolf for the Capital Ford of Columbus High School Football Game of the Week.
This week, Bishop Watterson and Pickerington Central.
Live coverage starts Friday at 6:30. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We have another quiet start to the day out there. Pretty good, all things considered. Mostly sunny skies continue throughout the day, a lot like yesterday. Light winds, highs in the upper 70s. For your Wednesday, passing clouds, still another winter out there with highs pretty close to 80. For The Fan, I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Justin Gertz.
Question from a listener: do you dopes ever get tired of talking about Ohio State? No? The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan. When life gives you lemons, Tyvis will be there to ask if he can have some lemonade and borrow your car. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
It is a Hot Take Tuesday. More of your hot takes coming up in a second. I got a hot take for you, Tyvis.
What's that?
Deshaun Watson. Everyone is giving him credit for apologizing yesterday. Deshaun Watson did not apologize yesterday to the Browns fans. I don't.
And he said the words, "I'm sorry" or "I apologize."
I wish he would have said the words "I quit," like in WWE, an "I quit" match. That's what I wish they would have had. But whatever. Here, I'm going to play you. It's a minute 9 of his comments from yesterday, and be advised. It's some crappy audio. It's from a reporter who's standing at a distance away, so deal with the background noise. But this is, I'm trying to give you the full context. You tell me if you hear the words, "I'm sorry for what I did," the way apologies work, that every 5-year-old is taught how apologies work. You tell me if you heard an apology anywhere in Deshaun Watson's comments in this minute 9 that I'm about to play for you. Go ahead.
Saturday after the game, I think just, human nature, just myself being very emotional, putting a lot of time these last 2 years to, get back and, spend time in this facility, in the city, meeting a lot of different people in the community. I thought I was going to get, a little different response, but, I think, my emotions got the best of me, and, my comments wasn't intending to go at any of the fans around in the city, because there's been a lot of great fans that have been supporting me, and I know the frustration. This organization have put, a lot of investment in coming, to get me back in 22. And things haven't been going the right direction that we thought it was. A lot of injuries, a lot of time off, and not putting the best football and my foot forward. So, again, just, I understand the frustration. I understand everything that kind of goes into that. And moving forward, I just want to focus on football, making sure that, I'm putting the best product out there.
Did anyone hear an apology in that minute 9 of audio?
I can't say I did.
You know what I heard? I heard a couple things. I heard excuses. I heard clarifications. And in some ways, it felt like he was telling the fans of Cleveland, "I forgive you." It felt like he was saying, "It's okay, guys. I know you're mad about injuries, and I know we haven't won a lot. And you know what? That was an understandable reaction. I get why. You know what? I'll be the bigger person. I'll forgive you." You didn't say, "I'm sorry." You said, "I forgive you." To the fans who don't ask for your forgiveness, they'd like you to be good for once in your damn life. Since you left Clemson and Houston, apparently, and before you started getting all the massage things that now you can't go off premises to get a massage. I'm just saying, that's what we want as Cleveland Browns fans, is for you to say, "Yeah, man, I am sorry that this has sucked, and it's on me, and I have to be better." And then you have to, the second part of that is go be better. But nowhere did he say, "I'm sorry for anything I said." What he said was, "I accept your apology, Cleveland. You're right. People are mad. I get why you're mad. I forgive you. It's okay. No one asked for your forgiveness, douchebag. We asked for you to be good. And obviously also not be a horrible human being off the field. But that's a bar too. He can't apologize. He's learned nothing in 5 years. He can't apologize. He can't acknowledge what he did wrong. Nothing. He's telling you it's actually okay that you were mad at me. I forgive you. Look at me. I'm a bigger person. I forgive you. Great.
It's going to be a great year, isn't it?
It's
going to be a great year. It's going to be so good.
Did they have to do this, Tyvis? Did they have any? If only there was some other quarterback they could have played.
Oh, you talking about?
If there was only some other quarterback they could have started as opposed to him.
I mean, they apparently think he's just not good.
Shador Sanders?
That's what they telling us, ain't it? Is that not what they telling us?
It sounds like that's what they're. Well,
they making it seem like we ain't see what we saw on them 2 Saturdays when Shador was out there. That's not who he is.
That's not. No. You need to come to the closed practices where only the media members, who are all half of them afraid of getting their access revoked, That's where you have to actually really see him play, because
they tell me that it's a big difference. They say the difference between Deshaun and Shedeur is pre-snap. Pre-snap, Deshaun is money.
Oh, my God.
Post-snap, Shedeur is money.
Here's the thing, though.
Who cares about pre-snap if the guy goes out there and throws the ball into the
You got to actually get the snap off. I understand that part.
Do we think Shedeur is going to walk up there and be like, strike one, I don't know, run an isolation for me? Like, he's going to call a football play.
Yeah, but
he's going to run the huddle. He's going to, like, get out there. He might make some mistakes, but...
To your point, if it's so bad, why didn't we see it in spades during the preseason?
So
why didn't we
see
the
same thing?
Constant delay of games and false starts in the preseason?
It's almost like they don't want us to believe what we saw.
If they thought he was the future in any sense, he would be playing right now.
That is a fact.
They're banking on, we need to see something that we've seen from Deshaun before, regardless of whether it was 6 years ago or not. We would rather risk seeing that than banking on Shedeur having any future with this team. That's what they're rolling with. They showed. I said yesterday, if they named Deshaun the starting quarterback, they proved that this was a fugazi quarterback competition.
It was a complete BS quarterback competition.
It absolutely was, because do we agree that there's not very many circumstances where Deshaun could have performed worse on Saturday?
No, the performance and then the press conference combining the two, yes.
So if that being the case, nothing that Deshaun did on Saturday was going to lose him the job, so why even run him out there to begin with? It makes no sense. The only logical explanation there is to this is it's the Browns.
No,
that's it. That's the answer to all the questions.
And you know what it probably comes down to, quite honestly? Even though this ownership group did say we swung and missed, they also looked at it and said we still are paying him $46 million. Let's see if we can get something out of it. It
has to be part of the don't factor into it, but the money always factors into it. And I will say
it does with this organization.
It's funny to me how you can say, well, the longer this competition goes, the more Shedeur closes the gap.
Everyone said that.
Okay.
Everyone who watched practice said he's closing the gap.
Okay. If that's the case,
then let it keep going. Not even let it keep going.
What are we doing?
The guy who's closing the gap on the dude who's had a 10-year career or 8-year career, whatever it's been.
So what you're telling me is if Shedeur is closing the gap, that means Deshaun isn't going anywhere. He's staying the same, but Shedeur is getting better.
Oh, but it's pre-snap, though. He doesn't get it. He's not as clean getting to the snap. Now, when he actually throws the ball, it electrifies you, and it looks great coming out of his hand. And Deshaun Watson looks like his shoulder has never been right ever since that surgery.
I truly believe that's why he played bad on last Saturday. It's because they got word, he got the wind of, well, everybody said you played well, but you didn't throw the ball in the air past 10 yards. So he was like, well, let me go show him I could throw this ball past 10 yards. And it looked horrible.
And you're right. And on top of that, he threw a pick trying to throw a ball more than 10 yards. Did he not? Wasn't that a down the field, over the middle throw that he threw the pick on?
Yeah. To double coverage.
But the bigger, I think it was that.
But I think that's he clearly doesn't block out the noise.
No, that's the bigger part.
And that's the problem.
The booing got to him, which I don't know how you can possibly look at this quarterback battle and say it was a real competition when the guy does what Deshaun Watson did on Saturday, to your point, Dylan, then goes and has that press conference, which we're told that matters. Remember, the reason no one could draft Shedeur was not because, hey, he has ability. We all acknowledge he's got some ability. He's got some physical talent. He could be a special player. It's all that off-the-field stuff that we just don't want to mess with. But this organization will say, the off-the-field stuff and all that, we have a problem. Deshaun Watson, though, we're happy to have him as our starting quarterback. That's where it just makes no sense. This is I don't know. If you told me the Browns were actively just like a social experiment to troll their fans and see how many people would still buy tickets, I would actually believe you at this point. If this is like the government has come in and said, let's see how much people can tolerate before they just say enough's enough.
All I know is if this defense is anything like we seen in this preseason, both quarterbacks going to need to score 35 points a game to even get himself a chance to win.
That's the thing. The quarterback battle has distracted from the bigger problem the Browns have, which is, yes, the offense is probably going to be ass again, but the defense has lost significantly some of the players that were on that defense. You lost the mastermind of the defense in Jim Schwartz, and now all that's unproven, and you have no depth. So good luck with that.
Yeah, and you mentioned yesterday Alex Wright
Out for
the year.
There's one of your other defensive linemen out.
Tyvis, I heard say it first, and everyone's followed that the first team defense is good and the rest stinks. What do you think is going to happen in the fourth quarter of games when that first team defense is tired as hell because they have no subs?
Yeah.
They're going to inevitably get scored on.
No, your only hope is that your skill position guys on offense overcome whatever weaknesses whoever's playing quarterback has, and that team can score 30 points, like you're saying. And I don't know how good you think this offense is, but I don't think it's there. All right. So Ryan Day spoke to the media yesterday. He had a lot to say. We will play it for you next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
About a 17-minute delay as you're making your way towards Granville this morning. We do have a crash, State Route 16. It's that westbound direction just beyond Thornwood Crossing. So, yes, expect some lane closures and those slowdowns. You're down to about 3 miles per hour, barely moving out there this morning. That workaround, definitely use it. West Main Street instead to Lancaster Road. Head northbound that way. And from there, you can head back westbound on State Route 16. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Are you a smoker of delicious chicken wings? Then fire up your team for the Sunbury Smokin' Hot Wing and Music Fest, sponsored by the Fraternal Order of Eagles, 3614 in Sunbury. Join us October 3rd for a full day of wings, beer, music, and competition. Spots are limited, so register now at smokinghotevents.com. Best of all, you'll help support two incredible causes, Big Walnut Friends Who Share and the Ohio Fallen Heroes Memorial. So bring the smoke and sign up now, smokinghotevents.com.
When your furnace or air conditioner stops working, you can always rely on Atlas Butler to get it up and running the same day. So why not depend on Atlas Butler for all your plumbing needs? Our expert plumbers can take care of anything from a clogged drain to a broken water heater. We work on all brands of water heaters and plumbing equipment. One call does it all.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
The savings are so good at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. Right now, lease a new 26 Tucson SE for $149 per month for 36 months. Just $149 a month. Only at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. Plus, get 10 years or 100,000 miles of powertrain coverage with your new Hyundai. Just off 270 or at GLakesHyundaiofDublin.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus. Find your dream ride and get approved fast at capitalfordofcolumbus.com. Tyvis has a bum wrist from playing football. Bone has a bum wrist from opening the heavy doors at Sheets. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tyvis, what good does it do if you have a bunch of speed merchants at wide receiver and a quarterback who can't throw the ball down the field? Does that allow you to use the wide receivers who are fast to take advantage of their strengths of getting open down the field to take the top off the defense?
No. No.
If you're a safety playing against that offense and then you see that they have no deep threat because their quarterback can't throw, are you maybe not as concerned about the deep threat and then maybe creeping a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, you can flat foot a lot of stuff.
Okay.
I mean, that's what happened to the Browns the past couple of years. They wasn't pushing the ball down the field, so people safeties just flat foot. So then what it initially does is, if I know you're going to run no route deep, that means I don't have to back up, which means that if you run the ball, now quick to trigger on the run, and now that's another thing as well. So, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I apologize. That's probably a little too spicy up there in Berea. That's a hot take there. The same offense you had with Kevin Stefanski is not going to change with Todd Monken if you have a quarterback who can't throw the ball more than 12 yards in the air. So I don't – what –
We saw it in the joint practice in the preseason games, Bone. End around a Casey Concepcion. That's the special this year.
Yeah, there we go.
Jet
this
sweep
is great.
and end arounds. That's how you get the ball in those guys' hands.
It's funny because they posted. Did y'all see the viral video yesterday of Deshaun in practice throwing the ball to? I guess him and the receiver must have had a miscommunication.
Sure,
that's funny.
Oh yeah,
they had a miscommunication.
They posted that.
Yeah, he threw the ball and it ran and flew all the way to the girl. She was like, he threw me the ball.
Oh yeah, the reporter. Is she a podcaster or a reporter? I'm not sure.
I think you say she worked for the Akron Beacon Journal.
Okay. I didn't see who it was, but yeah, like one of the reporters who was covering practice said, like, yeah, he threw the ball to me on this one, and it's a terrible looking pass.
He wanted to prove that he could throw the ball down the field. So he threw it to a reporter.
This wasn't even down.
This was like 8 yards.
Then they posted the clip of him overthrowing Judy down the field, and it like bounced off the defender's chest or something. It was not a good look. I was like, that's messed up that y'all did.
It is rare that you will hear me say this phrase, but I'm going to say it right now. Dan Orlovsky was right on this one thing. And he said it yesterday on, I think, whatever show he's on, First Take or Get Up.
I think it was Get Up that he said.
Yeah, I don't have good food takes, whatever show he's on. The point is, he said, Browns fans, why would you pay your money? Stop going. And I understand it. Like, I haven't bought any merch since they signed Deshaun Watson because of the principal stuff I have off the field, but that's me. I acknowledge that most fans probably would not do that. This is purely performance-based for a lot of the fans who are pissed off about Deshaun Watson, despite what he said on Saturday. It is performance-based. There are a lot of people that would get behind him if he would just simply be good. He's not. He's been injured bad and then obviously has all the off-the-field stuff. And for all of those reasons combined, a lot of Browns fans are like, I'm fed up with seeing this guy be the starting quarterback for my team. And the ownership does not care. The front office does not care. They're going to run him out there because they say, quote, it gives us the best chance to win, despite what we all can see coming. Everyone can see this coming, that he's not going to move the offense. I'm glad he gets you into formation really well. And then once the formation breaks and goes into the play, he plays like Deshaun Watson has played the last 5 years. So, no, is there a portal in the NFL? Can we do that? Because I would like to. Can we get college players now? Can we do that with Dante Moore? They're doing it the opposite. The Browns just lost a player to Ole Miss. Can we get Trinidad Chambliss to come up? How does that work? I love that. That'd be great. Let's see what happens there, I guess. Ryan Day had some thoughts on players coming back to college from the NFL. Here's what he said.
If there are teams that have some players out there who are cut from NFL rosters that are going to be on other teams, we have to at least consider it and look at it. Do I like anything about it? Absolutely not. But we got to do what's right for Ohio State.
I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Boone, I'm surprised you don't.
Well,
because you're the let's do what's best for Ohio State guy when it comes to everything else.
I am.
Why not with this?
I've also said if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah.
Dale Earnhardt, all that stuff, like NASCAR. I'm with all that.
If Michigan or Oregon or Indiana get a portal guy or an NFL guy in the portal that Ohio State could have got, and he ends up doing something to beat the Buckeyes, wouldn't you be like, oh man, I wish we had this guy?
Or do
you want to lose with integrity?
No. Okay, one. First of all, if you think Ole Miss
lose with integrity,
if you think LSU is beating Ohio State because they sound a Browns reject tight end, like I don't.
Then what's the big deal to begin with?
That's my point. My point is Ohio State is one of the few schools. Look, Iowa, if they go out and get a couple dudes who are fringe NFL guys, that might change their life. If you're Ohio State, everyone on your roster is a fringe, might or might not make a practice squad guy at worst, right? Everyone who's starting for Ohio State right now, this year.
Everyone?
Okay. Everyone who's not wearing the number 0 is a fringe.
Y'all gotta stop that, man. That's messed up.
All right, let me say 90. Okay, fine. 85.
Y'all have to stop doing that.
I'm sorry. 85% of the guys on the field, right, for Ohio State at any given time are guys that if you put them in an NFL, if you put all those guys, took them out of camp today, dropped them on an NFL field and say, try to make this team, I think a lot of them will be able to at least make the practice squad, if not better. Okay? Like, that's where Ohio State lives. So for LSU, Ohio State, Texas, these bigger schools that have the budgets and can go get anybody, they don't need the guys from the portal. And it disappoints me that guys like Ryan Day, who has the power to say, no, I don't need to do this. I think the rules matter. I think this is a ridiculous thing. He said he doesn't like it. And then he says, yeah, but I'm not going to stop it. I'm going to do it too. So...
I mean,
that's frustrating to me. That's frustrating. Like when a senator gets elected and is like, all right, guys, I'm in office now. I don't know how we're going to stop any of this stuff that you don't like. I need more people to vote. And I need, like, you're in office now. Go do it. Stop making TikToks about how it would like to be. You'd like to see the gas prices go down. Go write legislation to try to fix that problem. That's where I get annoyed.
I still go back to this. And it's what Dylan said. And what Lane, it's a one-time thing. It's a one-off.
I'm turning Tyvis to the dark side.
Until it isn't. I mean,
it's a one-off.
Brendan Sorsby was a one-off. He's a special situation. That guy just had a gambling addiction.
How is that a one-off?
He had a gambling addiction.
He's also not playing.
Yes, because everybody came to their senses and said, we're not going to sign that. Like, they were going to allow him. Remember, a judge said you can play him.
The kid is already
legally allowed to play.
The kid is probably at the LSU tight end, dude. How many kids has it been?
Right now, I think there was the LSU kid.
I mean, technically, no one has done it yet, but there's a few people that are like, no, there's the inner workings of it happening.
Yes, there are a few guys who are like getting ready to do it. I don't know if anybody's actually
like hit the practice field for a college team yet.
I saw somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh, well, whatever. The point here is I'm getting to the point, though, of like with Brendan Sorsby, all of college football said, we won't do that. Only Texas Tech is doing it. Texas Tech essentially got shamed into not doing it. Unless I've misremembered this.
It looked like LSU,
the judge
the only team that's getting the benefit of this.
So far. The judge said in the Brendan Sorsby case, he's allowed to play, and everyone came to their senses and said, we're not going to play him. And then he tried to go to the NFL, and the NFL said, no, we're not going to let you play here. Joey McGuire, the head coach for Texas Tech, just yesterday gave an interview where he said, if I'd have known the NFL wasn't going to let him play, I would have done something different. Making it sound like he would have said, yeah, we would still be playing him. I'm saying if you don't like the way the rulings are going from these judges and everybody acknowledges that that's wrong, then do something about it. Like take a stand yourself and say, I'm not going to participate.
There's only one person that said that, and that's Dan Lanning.
Well, yeah, Dan Lanning's an idiot, too, because he's like, these guys are amateurs. And it's like, no, they're not. You're paying Dante Moore $7 million a year, whatever it is, to play quarterback. He's not an amateur. The argument is once you go to the NFL, you're done with college. Regardless of what that means for amateur, pro, I think that's ridiculous. That once a guy goes to the NFL, that's the line in the sand. You've made the choice. You've moved on. Same with the NBA. Once you go to the NBA, you're not coming back from college. I hate that guys have done that. I don't get it at all. In fact, you know what? Whatever. I can talk. Jude Bellingham, where's that?
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I'll just move on. More Ryan Day. He had a lot more to say than just that. We'll talk. We'll let you hear what Ryan Day actually said next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
2 crashes in the metro to report right now. The first one's going to be 315 southbound. That left lane is blocked at that 670 eastbound area because of a crash. The other one not too far away, but it's on 70. The left shoulder is blocked on 70 east when you're passing US 40, also known as West Broad Street. Expect some delays and just go slow out on the roads. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Men, summertime is here, and that means vacations, summer barbecues, outdoor parties, camping, beaches, and so much more. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're like many men, you may not be feeling like yourself this summer. Perhaps your energy is low and you aren't sleeping well. Maybe your workouts aren't as good as they used to be, and if what I'm describing is you, it's likely you're suffering with low testosterone. But low T doesn't have to affect you anymore. Just call Tri-State Men's Health, get treated, and see how it changes your life. If you're like most men, you'll feel so much better. Deeper sleep, improved vitality and clarity, greater strength and energy, and an enhanced sex drive as well. So call us. Just $99 gets you a PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654. Or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
When you can't see, you can't react. Too many railroad crossings have deadly sight obstructions that block drivers' views of oncoming trains. When you can't see the train, you can't react in time. These tragedies are preventable. Clearing vegetation and installing gates saves lives. Report bad railroad crossings at angelsontrack.org. That's angelsontrack.org. Because bad crossings kill good drivers. Sponsored by Angels on Track, aired by OAB and this station.
Steve Air with USA Insulation. Let's do some quick math together. Your energy bill this summer, probably one of the highest you've ever paid. Now imagine that same bill all winter long. That's what you're going to be looking at if you don't fix your insulation. You can still get the best deal of the year. We foam your walls, we insulate your attic for free. that ends August 31st. You don't want to miss it. The installation pays for itself in energy savings. Call before August 31st for your free attic installation. 529-2440 or usainsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
On this episode of Science Stuff, we're examining the fastest things on the planet, like the cheetah. It can reach a land speed of over... probably having an off day happens to everybody, but here is the American race car. People love the thrill of the... Okay. Next up is the Falcon. No, all right. Oh, Great Caesar's ghost, what was that? Why, I think we've found the fastest... Let's watch in slow motion.
Hi, it's Alex, the friendly Apex...
It's Apex Pros, the pros who knows. They're the fastest thing on the planet. When you have a problem with your plumbing, furnace, air conditioner, or electrical system, Apex Pros gets to you faster than apparently everything. Leaves are blown from trees. Paint is stripped from buildings. Mothers clutch their children's hands. Because when you have something broken in your plumbing, HVAC, or electrical, you don't want to wait.
Columbus loves Apex Pros. ApexPros.com.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut. Summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
At participating U.S. restaurants while supplies last.
Fall is the season of change, and Hinderer Motor Company is turning over a new leaf with big savings. This is Justin Hinderer. Right now, any one of our participating locations is paying up to $3,500 over Kelley Blue Book value. That's right. Drive in your current vehicle and leaf with one of ours today. Don't wait. The leaves are falling and so are the prices. At Hinderer Motor Company, we love what moves you.
At 614's 2026 Columbus Awards, High Bank took home honors for best cocktails, gastropub, happy hour, and overall bar and more. Whether it's date night, brunch, happy hour, dinner with the family, High Bank has something for everyone. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Do you feel that? The season is getting closer. Buckeye football comes your way in 11 days. Every game, every season. Proud to be your flagship home for Ohio State football. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
T-Bone would like to take a second to remind everyone that Eddie George is awesome and that Ronnie James Dio was an American treasure. And that pickles are gross. Thank you. Here's T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, so there is a new breakfast sandwich at Chick-fil-A. It's actually a new, sandwich. Breakfast and lunch and dinner. They have it different times of the day. They have different size sandwiches. But it is chicken on a waffle. And, obviously Chick-fil-A with the chicken, they have been trying out a waffle sandwich for a while. Now they're bringing it to everyone. Started yesterday. We've ordered them. They're on the way. And when they get here, we're going to eat them. And I think we're going to, you know exactly what we're going to do with this.
So I got to guess the price.
You can, but are you not going to eat this if you get the price right?
Maybe.
No, you're not. This is a delicious sandwich. Of course you want to eat it. It's not your cheat day. It's Tuesday. But still, you're going to try it, I hope. Either way, that's on its way.
Did you get him the grilled chicken?
No. I got him the spice. I got everybody spicy because I thought we had on this show people who, not afraid of a little bit of a challenge. Like the spicy chicken at Chick-fil-A is a challenge. It's not even spicy.
Yeah, I know. Someone in the chat was like, is the spicy chicken at Chick-fil-A even spicy?
No,
it's
not.
It's got a hint. A little hint of spice.
It's flavorful. I wouldn't call it spicy.
But I think it's more seasoned.
It's got some pepper on it.
Yeah, that's right. Here's Ryan Day yesterday talking about how many wide receivers he thinks can play. And he's very blunt with his answer. I'll give it to you.
Six could play. Phil Bell and even Dez, those guys can find themselves playing and rotating in. They've been having a good camp. They're working hard out there and showing up. And it's been good. Good competition on both sides. We'll see. And then special teams will play into it. Who gets on the field on special teams is critical. We've always said that, if it's a tie, it's going to go to the guy who plays on special teams. Our depth, again, at wide receiver is way better than it was last year, in my opinion. There's a lot of guys you'll see play this season.
Okay. Hey, that's
Pow, bow, 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 bow.
Yeah. I mean, that's quite a statement. He's saying
Mylan Graham don't mean nothing.
No.
Quincy Porter, nothing.
apparently not. Yeah.
And that proves that they just couldn't afford those guys, apparently. Because why else would you let them walk out?
No. They were here, and he said we weren't deep last year. Those guys were not part. They were part of the depth issue, is how I read that.
Yeah.
Is him saying those guys weren't any good or weren't as good as we thought they were going to be. So we let them walk. We're not paying for those guys to be here, and we're going to take our chances with a couple true freshmen and some transfer portal guys. And Brandon Ennis is still here, so there's your veteran leadership next to Jeremiah Smith. I don't know, man. Like, I get what he's saying that behind Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate, maybe the depth wasn't that good, but like Carnell Tate was like, I mean, there is not a Carnell Tate on this team as of yet. Maybe maybe Chris Henry Jr. will become better than Carnell Tate, right? Maybe that's what happens.
Jeremiah Smith was up in White Lightning. Brock Boyd.
Brock Boyd, a lot of people talking about him too.
Triple option, was that yesterday?
Okay. There's a lot of excitement about him too. So yeah, we'll find out, right? Like, but Ryan Day saying that there's 6 guys who can play wide receiver. That is a bit encouraging to me, at least. This is him talking about. He was asked if he's finalized his starting offensive line yet.
So the offensive line right now, Austin's been working at guard, and it's been good. He obviously spent a long time at tackle last year, and so he's been working inside, and his every day been getting more and more comfortable getting back in there. So you're seeing Carson, Luke, and Austin inside, and then Ian and Phil on the outside, and they're working together right now and getting a lot of reps with the ones. Now the guys right behind them are getting a ton of reps too, and so you're seeing Josh Padilla play some guard. You're also seeing him play center, but then Gabe Van Sickle and Jake are right in there as well, and then Carter at tackle and Deontay at tackle as well. Like, they're all repping with the ones. I would say going into this week, we still haven't made any final decisions, but that's really how the ones are working right now. You're seeing those 3 inside guys with Ian and then Phil at tackle.
Do we believe that there are battles to be won on the offensive line? Just like last year,
it's done.
Yeah, well, just like last year when we heard there was a quarterback battle last year, and it turned out it didn't really feel like it was after it was all said and done.
What it sounded like
it was like the offensive line battle is also pretty settled too.
It's done. Now they're talking about if somebody goes down, how they gonna rotate it. That's what I got out of that.
That's right.
But as far as the first 5 that's going out there, that's kind of done.
A lot of offense. So far, what I played for you. This is a little more on the offense. Ryan Day was asked about the structure of Arthur Smith's offense.
It's been great. Brings a great background of offensive football to the table, where he's been able to, morph a lot of the things that we've done with some things he's done in the past. And so camp's been great that way. It really has. Now, what does that mean? We got to put on the field. Everybody feels like they're good right now. We got to go put it on the field. Everybody's practicing against each other. There's no wins and losses right now, so we have to recognize that. But I know what I know, and I know what I've seen, and I'm excited to see this thing shake out here in the next couple of weeks and get on the field.
I don't think he's going to say it. I'll say it for him. I think Ryan Day is excited to actually have someone who he can trust with the offense to actually run it, where he doesn't have to babysit it. Because when Ryan Day has to be the babysitter on offense or defense, when Ryan Day has to be the play caller, I don't think he's as good of a head coach. I don't think any coaches, when they have to go be the play caller and be the head coach. I think it's way better when you can trust your guys to run the defense and trust your guys to run the offense. And I think now he has that with Arthur Smith. It's what he had with Chip Kelly 2 years ago. I think he trusts Arthur Smith way more than he trusts the guy who was calling plays last year, or brain trust of guys who were calling plays last year.
I guess the only way I would say that Ryan Day still has it as a play caller. Like,
I don't doubt he has it as a play caller.
Because in the Miami game, although they lost, the plays that was being called, I had no problem with it. Yeah, when you look at it from the all-22, like, he was scheming up some stuff. They just didn't have time to get it off. But what he was dialing up was 100% right. So he still got it from that aspect. But I do understand the fact of it does take a lot to be the head coach and be the offense coordinator at the same time. Like, that's a lot of work. And he won a national championship thriving off the fact that he could just be the head coach. So that's that. Because he made it to the Natty against Bama in COVID year. and he was the play caller and the coach, and they lost that game. But Bama also was a legendary team. So
my point is, I don't doubt that Ryan Day can call plays, and like you said in the Indiana game or in the Miami game rather, there were plays there. They just couldn't get to him because the offensive line was not sorted out in the first half. Right, that was a big problem. My point is, he's not as good as a overall head coach. He doesn't get to focus the entire season when he doesn't have someone that he can just lean on to be that guy, to be the play caller. I think the team plays better when he can just look to that guy and say, you go be the play caller. He's involved, obviously, but when he trusts that guy can do the job, I think last year he didn't feel like he could trust those guys to do the job. Not as much as he's going to trust Arthur Smith. And I'm saying, like, not if he was the play caller, the offense would be fine. But I do think that hinders his ability to coach up the entire team, which I think is what you want with Ryan Day. Do you not?
Is he 500 against the team up north?
Ryan Day?
Not yet.
Way below.
He's beat him.
Way below?
Well, they won 2019.
2-5?
He took over 2019, right?
2-4?
He took over 2019. They won that one. 2020, Michigan chickened out. Then they lost 4 straight, and then he won the one last year. So 2-4.
Yeah.
So he's got a couple years to figure that out. I'm saying, like,
why did I think he was 500?
Because against everybody else, he's like 85-4 or whatever. It's like the Michigan one is one of the teams that has gotten him.
It should be 3-4 because they ducked us in 2020.
Oh yeah, for sure. But that's fine, but it doesn't count because they didn't play it.
They didn't play it.
What are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe that would have got Jim Harbaugh fired. Maybe he would have lost that game, but you never know.
It's a big what if.
Yeah. Well, we'll never know.
I was going to say there's no way that ass Michigan team would have beat Ohio State, but we saw 2 years ago an ass Michigan team beat Ohio State.
Unfortunately, we did. Hey, speaking of ass, what should you do if you're the owner of the 49ers and you'd like to get some tail? Well, he apparently had a decision to make, and he made a weird one. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Traffic now popping up on the northwest side of Columbus, starting over by 33 and Post Road. Doesn't really get any better until you're hitting 270, closer towards that Dublin area. Also a heads up, we're talking 70 in that eastbound direction by Wilson Road. Of course, more cars out there with you. And lastly, yes, 70 at 33 in our southeast area. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Reds fans, Ludacris is coming to Great American Ballpark on Friday, September 4th as a part of the Ohio Lottery post-game concert series. Root on the Reds as they take on the Brewers and enjoy a live set from Ludacris after the game. Plus, you can upgrade your access to a Pit Field Pass for an up-close view of Ludacris. For tickets and more information, visit reds.com/concerts.
Inside or out, Billiards Plus has what you need for tailgating season. Fire up your new top-of-the-line grill for a perfect game day feast. Then keep the fun going inside with pool tables, shuffleboard, and more. Billiards Plus, the store you won't want to leave. Shop online or visit them on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Football season is here. Make sure your internet is ready. Kinetic's 100% fiber gives you the fast, reliable connection to enjoy live football on YouTube TV and watch up to 4 live games at once with Multiview. Check real-time stats and catch more big plays without missing a snap. Take your game watching to a whole new level. Switch to Kinetic. Save up to $120 on your first year of YouTube TV. Visit GoKinetic.com for details. Subject to availability and eligibility. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Cancel anytime. Kinetic. Internet better.
When it's time to replace your roof, siding, or gutters, trust matters. That's why homeowners across Central Ohio have voted Newman Roofing City Scene Magazine's best roofing company 5 years in a row. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit newmanroofing.com today to schedule your free estimate.
When you renovate a home, you're going into full-time junk production.
How so?
The first stage of renovation is demolition.
We make that junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
When they begin installing the upgrades, a second mountain appears.
Construction scraps and packaging rise into the sky.
We make that mountain disappear, too.
All you have to do is point.
We make room for possibilities.
We make room for possibilities.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Columbus, we expect the best from our team every week on the field. Shouldn't we expect the same from our home's water? For more than 90 years, Culligan has helped families enjoy better water in their homes. Our industry-leading whole-home water filtration systems deliver cleaner, great-tasting water at every tap. With 4 locations across Central Ohio, Culligan is Columbus's water treatment expert. And for a limited time, get Culligan water in your home for as little as $9.95 per month for the first 3 months. See CulliganWaterColumbus.com. Limited time offer, participating dealers.
Common Man here for Germain Hyundai, where right now $99 a month gets you your choice of a 2026 Hyundai Elantra or a 2026 Hyundai Kona. A brand new Hyundai for just $99 a month. And only at Germain, get free gas for 3 months. And with Germain's $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a Hyundai for less. Find your $99 Hyundai today at GermainHyundai.com. With approved credit, Elantra $44.95 down, Kona $39.95 down, plus tax, title, first month's payment, 7,500 miles per year, ends 8/31.
Save big on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Check out our huge selection of bagged concrete mixes. Whether you're pouring a walkway, a concrete slab, or setting a post, we have the right product at the best price to get your project started. Shop our entire selection of concrete mixes in-store and on Menards.com. Plus, check out the weekly flyer and find all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
I've had a number of surgeries, and frankly, I don't have time to rehab a surgery and an operation at this point in my life. I didn't want to take time off my kids' activities.
That's why former college and pro football player Bobby Carpenter turned to QC Kinetics. We couldn't be happier saving our patients like him from operating rooms and long recoveries.
They will resume like normal activity for me, which is a lot of running. It's a lot of workouts. I've been very, very blessed with how it's been able to hold up.
For so long, patients have accepted surgery as the only solution. But with new technologies, the medical professionals at QC Kinetics use regenerative treatments, your body's own biologics, to help heal and restore knees, hips, shoulders, and backs.
I actually ran into a friend of mine over at our golf course, and he had his knee done. It felt so well. He'd got his shoulder done. He goes, I can't thank you enough. He'd heard the commercial on the air, and so it's feeling great.
Find out how you can avoid surgery and finally get relief. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Thanks to your support, the nonprofits VetTix and First Tix have given away tens of millions of tickets and counting to vets currently serving military, the immediate family of troops killed in action, and our brave current and former first responders. These tickets are a meaningful way to say thank you to America's heroes. And now we want you to be part of the mission. Got extra tickets to concerts, games, or special events? Or want to see if you qualify? We want you to go to vettix.org and firsttix.org today. Give something to those who gave.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Cleveland Browns head coach Todd Monken made a controversial decision yesterday. Monken named Deshaun Watson the starting quarterback of the team over Shedeur Sanders. Here's Coach Monken on what ultimately led to that decision.
Over the course of off-season to training camp to the games, the joint practice, and ultimately felt like to start the season on the road, Deshaun gave us the best chance to move the ball and score points. I mean, that's really what it's about.
In the MLB, the Cleveland Guardians continued their winning ways with a 4-2 win over the Angels in Anaheim. They've won 5 in a row and currently hold the last American League wildcard spot, while in San Francisco, the Cincinnati Reds lost 5-0 to the Giants. This update is sponsored by TurboTrack Realty. Done with that property? Call John Kosick at TurboTrack Realty and get a cash offer today. 614-472-2000. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Tyvis played in some of the biggest stadiums in the world. T-Bone has eaten some of the biggest pizzas in the world. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, the moment has arrived, finally. We get to have some food, because I've been waiting to eat this. Chick-fil-A put a new sandwich out. It's a waffle, chicken and waffle sandwich. So you know what we have to do now.
Yeah. They ruined it. They put bacon on it.
Ruined it, he says, folks. Ruined it by putting bacon on it. How dare they? Yeah.
Take your bacon off and I'll come get it.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll come put it on my sandwich.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
This sandwich, you got the price of it?
I'm working on that. Because I was trying.
Really, Bo?
I'm sorry. I was distracted by the food. I forgot to. All right, I got it pulled up here. Let me give you some prices. Is it $6.50 for the Chick-fil-A waffle breakfast sandwich. Is it $7.15 or is it $7.49? What is the price? $6.50, $7.15, $7.49.
$7.49.
I'm sorry. You know what? I got to cut the music off and then.
Oh, I could have done it for you.
Was it $6.50?
No, $7.15. That's what they're charging for this sandwich.
Man, you paid like $25 for us to eat
Yes,
three
I did.
sandwiches.
Apparently,
Thank you. My God.
just for breakfast. You know what, Dylan? I do it for the show. I No, I got Chick-fil-A sauce.
Make sure you get reimbursed.
We also got syrup.
You put Chick-fil-A sauce on yours? What did you use, Dylan?
I haven't decided what I'm going to put on there.
We had some jam too. All right, I'm taking a bite.
There's syrup in this bag. They have a lot of suggestions of what you can be eating.
I'm going to go with the syrup.
It's too messy. I'll get it on the board and get yelled at.
Yeah, you will.
How is it?
That's good.
It smells good. I haven't taken a bite yet because I don't think all three of us should take a bite at the same time.
Thank you, Dylan. I was glad someone had that consideration. I figured one of us should eat and the other two could keep talking. All right. Initial thoughts. I got the spicy filet. The spice definitely comes through with the waffle. The sweet and spicy is a very good combo. I'm very much enjoying this. The bacon is a nice touch. There's definitely a maple flavor to the waffle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good. This is a solid for me, like 8 out of 10 on this one. I would say this is up.
Is it better than the burrito?
No.
Okay. It's not.
It depends on what you're in the mood for. If you want some sweet and spicy, then I think this is more what you would go for. If you want something that's more savory all the way through, you'd go with the burrito.
I always talk about contrast with food. This has all of them. Sweet, savory, and spicy.
Yeah. Now, you know me. I'm not a big fan of eggs. I think eggs are overrated. This has no egg on it. So for me, this is like, yeah, I don't need the egg. But if you are someone who was really wanting an egg with your chicken sandwich, some people think that's, not allowed. You can't put the egg and the chicken on the same sandwich. Some people have no problem with that. I'm just telling you, this has no egg on it. So be aware if you try it.
Is that an option?
I'm sure you could add it. You could probably add whatever you want to it. What did you think of this, Tyvis?
It's good. It's good. I still would take the burrito over it.
Same. And also,
like I said, I'm more of a savory guy.
And I really like the biscuit from there, the spicy chicken biscuit.
Yeah, that biscuit is pretty good.
I think I'd take that over this too.
We always talk about places that are good yet expensive, like Five Guys, for example.
Mm-hmm.
If someone else is buying Five Guys, I'll eat it. I'm not buying Five Guys. I feel the same way about this sandwich, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not paying
$7, $8 for this sandwich. It's good.
If someone gave, like I'm saying, you give it to me,
not
put it
big
in front of
enough
me,
to be that much either.
No, it puts me at like I'm putting it at an 8 out of 10 from a taste only perspective. Like the taste is good, but yeah, the cost, the size of it, and then if you wanted to get, like most people would, I'm sure, get hash browns and like a coffee or a drink or something, like this is probably pushing $12 or $13 by the time you add in all the extras. So yeah, that's just be advised. That's where we're at on the Chick-fil-A. But that is the new waffle sandwich. So we didn't want to be biased. We didn't have him bring it in or anything. We went out and bought it. So this is an unbiased review. All right? So there you go. I saw that East Palestine, Ohio is back in the news. If you don't remember, that's the place where they had the massive train derailment and the giant fires and the EPA had to come in.
Yes.
They had to figure out what to do with all that. Was an ecological disaster. They're still recovering from it. Well, Jed York, who is the owner of the 49ers,
he was just
said,
doing his part.
Yeah, he's over there to stimulate the local economy, Tyvis. That's what
give some money back.
Yeah.
Trying to be a part of his community.
So he's part of the DeBartolo family. The DeBartolos have owned the Niners for years. His mom, her last name is DeBartolo, but then she married someone whose last name is York, so it's like DeBartolo York. His last name is York, whatever. That's the lineage. Anyway. He's been the CEO of the company. And then I think I looked this up on him. It was hilarious when I looked it up because he went into business himself. Like he got out of college and they said, oh, yeah, go get a job. He got a job for 1 year working for like Guggenheim or something financial. Worked for 1 year and then got a job at the Niners. And it's just like, this is Nepo baby to the extreme.
Must be nice.
Now runs the Niners. Just got a divorce from his wife of 15 years back in March. And apparently was arrested Saturday night for trying to solicit someone. It was an undercover sting operation in Youngstown. He apparently was trying to pay $140 for sex. to someone who turned out to be an undercover officer. And again, East Palestine is like 30 minutes outside of Youngstown. The DeBartolo family is from Youngstown. So, like, clearly he has ties to the area. I don't know. He may even have a house there. So I don't know if this was like he flew across the country to do this or if he just was there for the summer and then said, yeah, I'm going to swing down to East Palestine and try to do what I can. Either way.
Well, obviously, this wasn't the first time he did this. He probably felt comfortable doing this stuff in that trailer park.
I could be.
Clearly,
could be. Or it could be that this was his first time. You never know.
Clearly,
never know.
he's grieving over the divorce.
Oh, that's what it is.
Oh, yeah. That's, by the way, do you know what his ex-wife's group chat is doing today? Like the last few days have just been them taking victory laps and you go girl and that was right. Like you knew he was a dirtbag. Like they're all right now saying that about this guy where it's like you and him broke up and then immediately he goes out to East Palestine, Ohio to hook up with someone in a trailer. That just seems not great is all I'm going to say. That's
He should have known from the price.
If they're doing a whole sting
and I'm not a guy that knows anything about it, but I just feel like $140 is low.
If they're doing
in today's economy,
you would think a whole sting operation. There's no way this was his first time. 0%
fair enough.
chance.
Yeah,
they've been scoping him out for quite some time.
Yeah.
What was the charge they gave him? It was he paid a $1,500 fine and posted bail. He pled no contest. The actual charge was a disorderly conduct charge, and he was also charged with possessing criminal tools. So I don't know what the criminal tools are, but
he probably brought some equipment with him.
Maybe
disorderly conduct is like the lowest criminal charge that there is. Like,
yeah, that's
what's happening to.
That's
this
what you
dude.
get for like yelling loud in a parking lot.
Right?
Like it's not like the reason he didn't get solicited a prostitute is because he's a billionaire or his family is worth billions at the very least. Like
he was there for a good time, not a long time. He brought the equipment with him and everything.
That's what's messed up about this world, Bone. If someone was getting they were scrounging together this $140, that dude would still be in jail.
Rotting in the jail. Put him under the jail. How dare you ruin our community with this terrible filth? However, if you're a billionaire who does it, you get to just they literally said he got charged, posted bail, pled no contest, case is dismissed, and is paying the penalty and is done. Like the charge is there. He paid the penalty essentially of if he was convicted, what he would have to pay. All in this came out yesterday. So that means all this stuff was done on a Sunday. How many courthouses are operating
on a Sunday
and running on a Sunday?
None.
Yeah.
Hey,
How many people
don't you know the term? You in jail for the weekend.
Yeah, if you get arrested on Friday, you don't get anything till Monday.
Correct.
This all got finished in a day. You don't think that's because he's worth $1 billion? You don't think there's a little bit of a double standard here?
Remember didn't Jerry Jones get caught on one of them nasty roads?
Jerry Jones has been caught in a lot of compromising positions, but yes, I believe you're right. There was a situation where he was on a road he wasn't supposed to be
on. He made the wrong turn.
Wrong turn.
Where he was.
Well, then there were photos of him. Remember the photos in a bathroom? Remember that with him and like a woman in a bathroom stall, and it was like everybody had their clothes on, but it was like, what's going on here? There was another situation with Jerry Jones. I want to say back in like 2009, where he saw a woman who I can't remember if she might have been a stripper. I could be wrong, but whatever it was, like she accused him of essentially assaulting her and groping her in ways that were not appropriate, even for whatever it was that was happening there. She sued him, however, or not sued him. She like brought a case before a judge, and the judge was like, well, regardless, because I guess they had some evidence that didn't look good for him. However, the statute of limitations in Texas is 5 years, and she literally brought it. If the statute of limitations ran out in June, she brought it in like September. And so they were like, well, whatever the merits of the case are, statute of limitations is over. Sorry, nothing we can do here. So
Jerry Jones went back to get some glory hole.
Well, he's got a lot of that going. Like I don't know. I'll believe this about NFL owners. Robert Kraft went to a place that he flew down to Miami. Wasn't it Miami or Tampa? Somewhere.
I'm pretty sure it was in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. To that place to get a massage, air quotes, which we know is code for trabajo de manos, right? You know what I'm saying? Like a little Spanish there for you to clean that up. But yeah. Anyway, he then flew to Kansas City because I believe they were playing in a playoff game in Kansas City. Like He wasn't in Miami for anything other than that, and then went up to Kansas City to go to the playoff game. He
wasn't there for a long time. He was there for a good time.
Right. You can convince me that any of these NFL owners are involved in any of that stuff. And Lord Jesus, I see what you've done for others. If you could just please do that for me. Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you, Jesus. Right now. What you've done for others, I'm asking. All right, I'm going to get spiritual here and I'm going to calm it back down. But
Hadley in the chat said Jed York ended up paying $1,500 and got no sex. Sounds like he's still married.
Dang.
That's a solid point there. Yeah. Solid point. It's like, I can't. This is just my life now, apparently. All right. Hot Take Tuesday. We'll actually give you some of your hot takes coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Traffic now popping up on the northwest side of Columbus, starting over by 33 and Post Road. Doesn't really get any better until you're hitting 270, closer towards that Dublin area. Also a heads up, we're talking 70 in that eastbound direction by Wilson Road. Of course, more cars out there with you. And lastly, yes, 70 at 33 in our southeast area. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
This is Gordon Miller from Miller Lending, the original home of the no-cost loan. With mortgage rates near their highest levels in almost 25 years, paying upwards of $15,000 to $20,000 at closing makes little sense, and Miller Lending wants to help. Now in our 40th year, our popular no closing cost program lets you simply close on today's rates, free of all mortgage-related costs, and refinance as rates fall. So why not pick up the phone for your no-cost quote today? 877-9-NO-COST. That's 877-9-NO-COST. Or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut. Summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
At participating U.S. restaurants while supplies last.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Football season is here, and Germain Toyota of Columbus is kicking off a deal that's too tough to beat. Now, through August 31st, 0% financing for 48 months on all 2026 Toyota Tundras and Tacomas. From hauling your tailgate gear to tackling your daily drive, the Tundra and Tacoma are ready for game day and beyond. 0% for 48 months on all 2026 Tundras and Tacomas through August 31st. I can't say it enough. Score yours today at Germain Toyota of Columbus at I-70 and Bryce Road. With approved credit, see dealer for complete details.
Anthony Rothman here. Unlock your home's potential with a home equity line of credit from Telhio. For a limited time, receive a special rate as low as 6.25% APR. Visit telhio.org to apply.
Member NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Summer heats up fast here in Columbus, and bad windows can have a tough time keeping a home cool and can send energy bills through the roof.
I hate to admit it, but we've had some complaints about our windows doing that.
Uh-oh.
I just tell them it's just like being at the beach, minus the water and the beach and the happiness, and you're in your living room. It's gross.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
Wounded Warrior Project helps post 9/11 veterans and their families realize what's possible. With support and resources that bring warriors together and empower them to become stronger, both inside and out.
It's possible to begin healing, to get the help you need, to find peace.
And as each warrior's needs evolve, so do we. Because these last 20 years are just the beginning. Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/possible.
We got a higher home appraisal after we put away our African art and family photos.
Has this happened to you because of race or national origin? Contact HUD at hud.gov/fair housing. A message from HUD and the National Fair Housing Alliance.
Now is a great time to schedule a back-to-school dental appointment. Dr. Kyle Bogan, president of the Ohio Dental Association, is here to tell us more.
Your child's teeth and gums need the right food, nutrition, and vitamins to grow strong and stay healthy. Help them maintain good oral health by brushing every morning and night, flossing, visiting the dentist twice a year, and developing good eating habits. As kids head back to school, it's important to know that foods and drinks high in sugar, acidity, and other cavity-promoting substances are often low in nutritional value and have the potential to create plaque capable of damaging tooth enamel.
A back-to-school dental appointment can diagnose any potential problems and improve your child's oral health. Ohio Dental Association member dentists are located throughout the state, are dedicated to providing the highest quality dental care, are bound by the highest ethical standards, and obtain superior ongoing education and training. Ask if your dentist is a member of the Ohio Dental Association so you know you're being treated by the very best. To find an ODA dentist in your area, visit oda.org.
We at The Fan have created a show where you can be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Sunday mornings at 8.
It's the Fan Call-In Show, presented by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We have another quiet start to the day out there. Pretty good, all things considered. Mostly sunny skies continue throughout the day, a lot like yesterday. Light winds, highs in the upper 70s. For your Wednesday, passing clouds, still another winter out there with highs pretty close to 80. For The Fan, I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Justin Gertz.
An encyclopedic knowledge of sports and other random things you may or may not care about.
I think I found my mentor.
Rockman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan. Two men who both know the value of a good hat.
You're bald!
This is Bone and Tyvis.
This time of year has been all about having fun, hitting the gym, firing up the grill, spending the days in the sun. But if you're dragging through it, tired, foggy, or just off your game, low testosterone could be the reason. If you have any of the symptoms of a decreased libido, putting on weight, less productive at the gym, poor sleep patterns, or sad and depressed, then I urge you to go to tristatemenshealth.com and take their low T quiz. It's a simple 10-question quiz, takes about 2 minutes. After that, you want to schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health. They'll do your lab work and have your results within 30 minutes. The cost of the appointment right now is $99. They got 2 locations located in Columbus. One is in Hilliard, the other one's in Westerville. Most men wait a year too long. There is no need to wait. Call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
All right, it is a Hot Take Tuesday. Plenty of hot takes here. Do you want me to start, Dylan, with some that I have from the YouTube chat, or do you want to start with some that we have from the voicemail? How do you want to go?
Let's start with the voicemail.
All right, give me one of those.
This is Harlan from South Carolina, and my hot take for this Tuesday is that I think every single driver in the United States should have to retest for their license every 10 years. We have too many terrible drivers out there. Also, in states like South Carolina, they don't even require driver's ed. So, yeah, I think everybody should be retested for their license.
You know what? I don't think
every 10 years I got to go take the test. You know what? I'd want to take the test. I want a perfect score. I'm mad about them 2 points that got snatched off my stuff. I want to redo it.
There you
so
go.
I get a perfect score.
Yeah, you know what? That actually would be number one. You'd have a whole industry now. You think there's a lot of driving schools around now. Imagine if every adult human had to go do that every 10 years. There'd be a lot more of those, is what I'm saying.
You don't have to go back
boost
to
the economy
for it, though.
Well, you might if you fail. Maybe if you fail, then you go back to take. Maybe they have a thing like, if you commit a crime, right? And the first time offenders, occasionally, if you're a star player or a billionaire, they let you go do like a pre-trial diversion where you just take some classes and then it gets expunged from your record, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe you could go to driving school, and if you fail the test, rather than have to go back and do it all and take it again and sit in the line to get tested, you could just go take a class for like a week, an hour a night for like a week. And you get a crash course, no pun intended. But then then you get you don't have to take the course basically if you pass the test.
Right.
If you fail the test, you have to go take the course, and then you get your license back and you're good. Maybe that's something we could do.
The problem with me is I couldn't take the test.
Why's that?
I don't have a car.
I forgot. That's a really solid point out of
You can borrow Cardell's car for the test.
I think, if you don't, all right, fine. If you don't have a car, then you don't need a license, so then you don't have to take the test. But if you want to drive a car, then you have to go get your license.
I prefer the chauffeured feeling anyway.
That's a great feeling.
I used to agree with this take, and then I thought about how much worse BMWs would be if this was reality, and I take the trade-off of what we have now.
No.
Yes, it would be bad in there.
No.
And then especially when you have, because what would happen is that you would have 60 and 70 and 80-year-olds in there mainly. So you have Grandma Ida slowly making her way up to the BMV line, and there would just be 20 geriatric people in there just making the BMV slower than it already is. I don't need it. Whatever. Let them drive.
No, you know what you would do is you would have all those would expand. And there'd be like now
Would
instead of yes, they would. They'd have to
You
because
think
it'd
the
be too
government
much.
would do that, or they would just let us have slow BMVs
There's
like they
too
have
much
for
money.
my whole lifetime.
I tell you this, one thing the government loves is to spend a lot of money on building new things. So they would absolutely be like, oh, we have to build new BMVs everywhere. Go look at the military. Every 5 seconds, like, we got a jet now that can take off like a helicopter. And it's like, how much did that cost? Don't ask about it. Yeah. Billions of dollars. We'll do that now with the BMV. We'll just spend all that money over there.
No,
That's
that would help us too much, so they wouldn't do that.
That's probably true. Coach Beard in the chat said, Hot Take Tuesday, Brown should create a new type of offense that doesn't require a quarterback, reinvent the game.
The Wildcat.
They tried the Wildcat. Not the Browns, but the football tried
Brown
it.
did that for like 3 weeks, and then it got killed, and that was the end of it.
Yeah, that's pretty much
But
it.
for 3 weeks, we thought that this was going to be the new offense in the NFL.
Yes,
going to sweep.
I just recently watched a podcast where he talked about that because they did it against the Patriots when they first did it. And he said, like, it was something like they just tried in practice and he never really thought anything of it. He said that this was never going to work. And then they went out there and had an unbelievable game and the Patriots didn't know what to do. And then the irony of it all is then I ended up playing for Greg Williams when he was with the Browns.
Yeah.
G-Dub. When he was with the Saints, he was like, yeah, we went up against that Wildcat. I was the reason they ended that. All we did was blitz our corners.
Yeah.
Sent our corners on the edge. They was on block. Boom. They got that right out the playbook. That was the end of the Wildcat.
Don't you think there are so many like smartest guys in the room in the NFL anyway, and in pro sports in general, in these front offices and coaching staff? Don't you think that if there was ever a chance that the Wildcat or any other thing where you didn't have to involve a quarterback would work, don't you think they would have done it? Hell, Urban would have done it. Urban loved the fact that he didn't necessarily right? Didn't he like the fact that look at his quarterbacks he had? Not that they were bad. Tim Tebow, JT Barrett, 2 all-time greats, but like they were as good as running the football as they were doing anything else that a quarterback has to do. Do we think am I being unfair?
No, that's right.
Okay. So like Urban got as close to about that as you're going to get, where he had someone who was able to run the ball and throw the football, but you do still have to throw the football. But yeah, trust me, Beard, if they could, they would. Coach Beard also had another take. Hot take. There should be no preseason college football rankings. Everyone unranked. I don't disagree.
I agree with it.
Play the first 3 games and put the rankings out then.
Yeah.
Let's get 3 weeks of data on it, and then we can start putting our rankings together. Preseason rankings, I think, affect everyone's discussion about the games. Do they not?
Well, it's biased towards the SEC. How many SEC teams is already in the ranking?
I think it's 7 or 8. I think if we could do the Men in Black memory eraser of the rankings to the College Football Playoff Committee, that would be great because it does affect how they rank the teams. It affects the first ranking, which thus in fact it affects the last ranking. Essentially. So there's no reason for the AP poll or the coaches poll to affect the CFP poll, but it does.
Speaking of the Men in Black memory eraser thing, the neuralizer.
Yes, the neuralizer.
If that was real technology, the Cleveland Browns would be distributing it to all of their season ticket holders and anyone in Cleveland they could. Because they would say, because then they would be like, oh, all of our problems would be fixed. Because all these Browns fans have this pesky thing called a memory where they, like, when we tell them, like, don't worry, guys, trust us, we got a plan. Everybody wouldn't go, no, you don't.
Could you imagine?
Everyone would just say, maybe they do. I don't know.
The person that has to call people and ask them for, like, are you going to renew your season tickets this year? Like yesterday?
Not the day to be that guy or gal. You don't want to be calling anyone.
I would hate to be that person yesterday.
Well, someone from the Browns calls you and the Browns have done something that you absolutely hate, even though that person is just a sales rep who had nothing to do with it. Of course they're going to hear from some people. Some of the Browns fans are going to say, you called me. You want me to talk to you? Here's what I have to say. I'm sure it wasn't positive. This one from Rusty. This is a Hot Take Tuesday. He says, sounds like we're talking about Jed York, the owner of the Niners who went to East Palestine and tried to get sex for like $150. He said, Sounds like Jed York gets more for his $149 than one of the high-end ladies. This is literally Haslam paying Watson and Jed paying Brock Purdy. Well, it's kind of, it's a weird comparison, but hey, you know what? Deshaun Watson knows all about paying for things, I guess, allegedly, right?
I wonder if at any moment while he was doing this, did he think to himself, it's too good to be true?
Oh, I would have to imagine if you're a normal human being. I mean, there's many reasons why I would never do that. I would never want to do that to my family. I would never, but like one of the things that would prohibit me, and I'm sure millions of other people from ever engaging with a prostitute is like, there's no way this is actually going to happen, right? There's like no chance that this is real and not a sting operation from the police. Like there's so many reasons not to do this, Jed York, and he ignored all of them. Quentin in the chat, hot take. Country music is ass, especially when it comes to Luke Bryan. Well, I can get behind that. Luke Bryan, not my guy.
He's going to be in town like next month.
Is he?
Yeah.
Doing what?
A concert in a cornfield.
Oh, is he doing one of those again?
Yeah, Miller Family Farms out there in Baltimore.
Yeah,
he might go.
I will say, I give him credit for like, I know he does the farm tour. Isn't that his thing? Like the farm tour where he goes out to actual farms and then they bring in, stage and all
the
that
parking
stuff.
situation's terrible because farms aren't built for thousands of people to come to a concert.
Gosh. And you walk out there and you're like rhinestone cowgirl outfit, and suddenly it's like, what's this thing I stepped in? Oh yeah, that's cow manure. That's a little cow chip right there.
I've been out there a couple of times. The first time I stayed the whole time, and then I learned because it took about 3 hours to get off that farm.
Oh, did you go to one of those?
I've been to a few. Yeah,
they call them cow chips. Am I wrong? Chip. Like it's like a buffalo. Isn't that what that is? Like
what?
A chip? Like I thought that's what they call like a puck of dried.
No, I'm not familiar. I'm sorry.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Either way. Yeah, don't step in the cow manure, I guess. Deshaun Watson supposedly apologized for his terrible press conference and everything else. I'm going to play you the audio. You tell me if you hear an apology. We'll do that in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, slowdown's not looking too good on the east side of Columbus. Just south of Reynoldsburg, we are seeing a crash 70 westbound when you're passing Bryce Road. And right before that 270 interchange, we do see a left shoulder that's blocked. But yet again, about in the 20s when it comes to your speeds this morning. The backups can extend towards Etna. We're talking State Route 310. So instead, get off and just take Broad or even Main Street to head downtown. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
This year, I'm going back to school. At My Computer Career, I'll get the skills and certifications I need for a great career in months, not years. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take their free career evaluation today. It's never too late to go back to school.
Football season is here. Make sure your internet is ready. Kinetic's 100% fiber gives you the fast, reliable connection to enjoy live football on YouTube TV and watch up to 4 live games at once with Multiview. Check real-time stats and catch more big plays without missing a snap. Take your game watching to a whole new level. Switch to Kinetic. Save up to $120 on your first year of YouTube TV. Visit GoKinetic.com for details. Subject to availability and eligibility. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Cancel anytime. Kinetic. Internet better.
Remember the old days when football used to have an off-season? Well, we at the Fan think that really sucked. That's why we bring you Austin and Berm, America's #1 resource for Buckeye football conversation, is voted by Fake Surveys Incorporated. Catch their daily podcast called The Beat and their breaking news podcast, Snap Judgments, as they broadcast live from Roosters on Mondays, and they come right to your house and massage your tender areas. They'll do it all. Austin and Berm on the Fan's YouTube channel and 10 TV+.
Something big has just dropped at Hothead Burritos. Introducing barbecue pork carnitas. Juicy, mouth-watering pork carnitas. Our limited-time new citrus chipotle barbecue sauce. Savor the summer flavor. Hothead Burritos. Get up and get you some.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus. Find your dream ride and get approved fast at capitalfordofcolumbus.com. 3 men, 2 cars, 1 breakfast order.
Okay, so far this breakfast has been a disaster.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
By the way, hey, if you want to feel old moment, if you're my age at least, saw the news today, 25 years ago today, Aaliyah, an angel, one of the greatest singers of all time, in my opinion, R&B singer, died in a plane crash 25 years ago today. She was only 22 years old. I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about Aaliyah. Aaliyah was big like when I was going through high school.
Gold. They say we wouldn't even know who Beyonce was if she was still alive.
I think that's probably true, but it was 25 years ago today that happened. And if you don't know who Aaliyah is, go back and familiarize yourself because she was and obviously she had a whole tragic arc to her career, right? Because she started off with R. Kelly, who apparently was R. Kelly to her. So
she was young.
I mean, do you know what the name of her first album was?
Age Ain't Nothing But a Number.
Yeah. Yikes. That's not good. That's not good. But again, she wasn't in control of her career. She was like 15 when she made that album. And R. Kelly, allegedly got her to, marry him. And then, of course, her parents got that annulled. And then they got her away from him. And then they thought he was just a record producer. And I did see that one of the people who, apparently helped get her away from R. Kelly was Sean Puffy Combs. So that
a savior in his own right.
I mean, that's yeah, God. Anyway, 25 years ago today, Aaliyah. That's I please tell me that I'm not the only. Did Aaliyah hit? I know you guys are younger than me, so I don't know
what's wrong with you?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Yes, Aaliyah hit.
Aaliyah,
Aaliyah was moving to movies. She was on Romeo Must Die.
Yes,
it's a classic.
She was, yeah.
Guns don't kill people. People kill people.
DMX.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. All right. So, Aaliyah, 25 years ago today. Dedicate the show to Aaliyah, my gal. Deshaun Watson. Now, I want you to tell me if you hear an apology. This is 1:09, and it's bad audio because it's from a reporter trying to get it. As he apologizes yesterday, again, air quotes, apology. You tell me if you hear an actual apology from him.
Saturday after the game, I think just, human nature, just myself being very emotional, putting a lot of time these last 2 years to, get back and, spend time in this facility, in the city, meeting a lot of different people in the community. I thought I was going to get, a little different response, but, I think, my emotions got the best of me, and, my comments wasn't intending to go at any of the fans around in the city, because there's been a lot of great fans that have been supporting me, and I know the frustration this organization have put, a lot of investment in coming, to get me back in 22. And things haven't been going the right direction that we thought it was. A lot of injuries, a lot of time off, and not putting the best football and my foot forward. So, again, just, I understand the frustration. I understand everything that kind of goes into that. And moving forward, I just want to focus on football, making sure that, I'm putting the best product out there.
All right, Tyvis Powell, your verdict? Any apology?
He did not apologize. He didn't say the words, "I'm sorry" or "I apologize."
No.
He said, I understand why you guys are frustrated.
Correct.
Period.
That's what he said.
He he said, the closest thing you got to an apology there was, my emotions got the best of me, but that almost was like an excuse, right? It almost
I told the truth.
Yes, he
I
almost
was mad,
said,
though.
I acted the way I did, and here's why. Here's an excuse for that. And here's another excuse as to why I did that. I thought you guys would like me because of all the work I did in the community, but I guess not. So anyway, I don't blame you for being mad. It's almost like he's saying, I forgive you for your bad actions. But nowhere did he take accountability for his own actions, other than to say, yeah, I probably shouldn't have said the stuff I said. But he didn't say, I'm sorry for what I said. I'm sorry that I said that. He also tried to gaslight us by saying, I didn't really mean that towards Browns fans. What? You literally said, this stadium, when I was on the field injured, I got cheered when I left the stadium. That's personal. That has nothing to do with performance. Who was it directed at? The guy selling tickets? The guy bringing the popcorn around? Clearly that was directed at Browns fans. So
he detached himself because he said that fan base, not our fan base.
That fan base.
So he detached himself.
Yeah. So
because his initial comments, what I got out of it is that you guys are bad people for booing me today and cheering when I hurt my Achilles. It was an indictment on the morals of Browns fans. That's what he was saying at first.
Well,
he can try to go around it all he wants now, but he basically was saying, whoever booed me when I was playing bad or cheered me when I got hurt, you're a bad person, is basically what he said.
Well, let's back up to the bigger picture here. I don't think anyone here would defend necessarily the idea that, like, when someone gets hurt, the most natural and best human reaction is to go, ha ha ha, yeah, look at that guy who got hurt. That's not good. I think we can all acknowledge that. Why did the fans do that is a question that should be asked. And the answer is because the relationship between this organization and its fan base has become toxic, especially when it comes to this quarterback playing meaningful snaps for this team. So that's why they cheered you, Deshaun, was, yes, in part because you sucked, but also in part because they knew it meant the dumb people who run the team would no longer be able to play you, which is really dark and toxic and gross. But it's also what this Browns team has driven fans to. So you want to blame someone for that. Blame the organization that gave you $230 million guaranteed, because that's what people are mad about.
It's toxic.
It is toxic. The whole thing is toxic. The fact you can't even mention before this, you can't even mention, I don't think Shedeur Sanders is that good. I don't think Deshaun Watson is that good, and not get a flurry of people trying to, like, dox your home address and go crazy online about that. That's its own toxic mess. And this kind of is separated from that. This is now, if anything, I guess Deshaun has united all the fans, basically, right? Whoever was on his side, they're all on Shedeur's side now. There's no more Deshaun defenders, I don't think, out there. So.
I mean, you say it's toxic. This is a 27-year toxic marriage where the spouse keeps telling you that it's going to get better and it keeps getting worse. Like, this is... I said it yesterday. I really feel like this is, of all the bad stuff that has happened since the Browns have come back to Cleveland, I really think that they're at their lowest point now, and it might get even lower.
Yeah. Well, they
said,
week 3 will be the absolute low point of the whole franchise's history.
They said that the Browns found out yesterday there is something lower than rock bottom. Rock bottom has a basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
They're making their way down there.
Yeah. I don't have any good answers as to why they did this, other than they have deluded themselves into thinking that I don't even know at this point. Like, I guess they just wake up every morning up there and say, yeah, you know what? How can we troll the fan base today? What would they absolutely hate? Let's do that. I mean, the notion, Tyvis,
like I say, that the only way out of this is that he plays well. That justifies a lot. If he plays well,
or pay him but tell him to stay at home.
Well, but like at this point, no, like
don't dress him.
They're banking on him
here's
playing
the problem.
well. That's what
I saw something yesterday. I don't know if this is accurate. They said if he's on the practice squad, then the bonus automatically kicks in for next. Like, not the bonus, the salary cap number automatically all transfers to next year.
Yeah, if you cut him,
so you put him on the practice squad. Essentially, you're doing that.
$80 million left. He get 46 this year, then 80 after that. If you cut him, the whole 80 million goes to next year.
But see, this is the thing. They have never been realistic in the last 5 years with this situation. They never once have just said, you know what, let's just take our medicine on this and move on.
No.
Like when the Buckeyes, when it was 6 and 7 Gator Bowl season before you got there, and they said, you know what, don't take the bowl ban now. We don't want to do that. We owe it to these seniors who played, and they went to the Gator Bowl, and then the next year the team goes 12-0, and we can't go anywhere because short-sighted ADs were involved who said, no, let's not take our medicine when we could. Instead, now it costs someone else. And next year, like, they could have taken their medicine on this contract the last 5 years. Now, instead, they're still going to be paying on it next year and the year after. And because of that, they've actually looked at Deshaun Watson as, well, maybe we should play him. As opposed to being what any organization would do normally is say, we have to cut this guy. He's bad and he is toxic to this fan base. Instead, they're going to start him.
He's toxic.
How big of a joke is that? So yeah, it's the only Hail Mary they have is that he can actually, I don't know what, get his arm to work again and throw it down the field and actually make plays. Because if he doesn't, good luck selling tickets for the next few months at the very least. All right, we'll hit the buzzer when we come back. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Slowdowns not getting any better. 315 in that southbound direction. At 670, we are still watching 2 left lanes closed for drivers involving 3 cars this crash, and 1 person was taken to the hospital after a car flipped to its side, so hopefully they're doing okay. Get off 315 and take 71 in that southbound direction to head downtown. Looking at a 26-minute delay so far on this Tuesday. Also a heads up, we are seeing a disabled vehicle 670, that westbound ramp to 315 northbound. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
What can ADP do for small business? We help answer the business questions, like how do you track employee time? How do you do payroll taxes? Or what does compliance even mean? So small businesses can focus on bigger questions. Now florists can ask, can we invent another holiday to sell bouquets? Pizza shops can ask, how do we stuff a calzone into a pizza crust? And pool cleaners can ask, what is that thing in the filter? These are the questions you can focus on when ADP takes care of the business of your small business. ADP for small business.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Baths R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Baths R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Baths R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Baths R Us builds it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Baths R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Baths R Us. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Hey, it's Common Man. Everybody's talking about affordability these days, but the good news is you'll find hundreds of vehicles that fit your budget at GoGermain.com. Drive home in a new sedan starting at just $139 a month. New SUVs from only $189 a month, or a truck for as low as $329. Plus, choose from over 1,700 new and pre-owned vehicles, all priced under $30K, and it's only at GoGermain.com. And with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Go see my friends today. GoGermain.com.
If you're being honest, you can feel it in the air, can't you? We're getting so close to that first fall Saturday where all the talking stops and you finally find out what you're about. It's Jeremy Birmingham here, Berm from the Austin and Berm Show on 97.1 The Fan. And being around training camp lately has actually reminded me of something about myself. I spent a long time knowing what I needed to do, and somehow I confused that with actually doing it. I knew I was carrying too much weight. I knew it because my knees told me that, my ankles told me that. That's just the price you pay, especially when you have arthritis. I knew I didn't feel the way that I wanted to feel, but none of that information was new. What was new was that I had an opportunity to change it. And what changed was finally having somebody help me do something about it. I started Awaken 180. I followed the plan. I worked with my coach, and 7 weeks later, I was down 40 pounds without weight loss medication. The inflammation was gone. The grogginess is gone, and my happiness is way up. If you've spent the summer thinking about doing something, maybe it's time to stop thinking and start doing. Make today your starting point. That's coming from somebody who knows what comes next. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Peach season is here at UDF, but it won't last long. Right now, buy 2 large cartons of UDF peach ice cream for just $10. You're gonna want to stock up. Peach ice cream is back at United Dairy Farmers for a limited time.
One of the things I had decided when I started the company was we were going to build the best window possible. We were going to give the best service possible, and I think we've accomplished that. Our reputation is built on taking care of people and building a great window and then taking care of it afterwards. It's just a darn good window.
See for yourself. Visit RosatiWindows.com.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut, summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
At participating US restaurants while supplies last.
Your favorite fan shows are available as a podcast. What a concept. And don't miss exclusive podcast content like Austin and Byrne. Listen on your schedule from anywhere in the world. Available wherever you get your podcasts. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. One of these men was prom king. The other is Tyvis. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
I'm going to say this correctly this time.
Go ahead.
The second hardest working man in that 97.1
I liked
Fan.
it better last time.
Yeah.
Ryan Baker.
Who's the hardest working guy?
Me.
Oh. Stop. Oh.
Do you know what do you know what my schedule entails? Starting in
Yeah, that's for like 8
next
different
week.
entities. Bake works the hardest for this station.
Yeah.
You work the
Yeah.
hardest for yourself.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hey, did you guys did this show get a headphone deal?
Oh,
I see you got matching headphones.
See, that's like,
what's
I didn't
going
even
on
realize
here?
that.
So what happened was my Bose headphones were starting to tear.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked him, I said, wait, what some good headphones? Because I need to get some new ones. He said, you should get the whatever these is called. And I looked him
Looks
up.
like the DT770
Yeah,
Pro.
there you go.
Bang, there you go. And I said,
And what brand is that for the
Bear
people?
Dynamic.
There you go. Okay.
So I
DT770. Yeah. Studio headphones, in case you wonder.
Thank you, T-Bo, for giving all that information out there. So
Well, we did ask.
Go buy them. Y'all go buy them. Go Amazon and buy them. Anyways, so I, this past weekend, went and bought some headphones, and it was these because he recommended them to me. So I had to get some new ones. That's why.
I feel bad. I didn't know you were actually. We started talking about them on the show, and I was just saying, like, these are some headphones that are good. I didn't know you were actually in the market to get some. I would have just bought them for you. I didn't know you were actually, because you came in with them, and I was like, I was literally going to order these things, and then you walked in with the headphones, and I'm like, well, great.
Why was you?
And then is that
Why was
somebody's
you?
old
To
pair?
be nice as your co-host, I thought I would do a nice thing for you. And then, yeah.
Is that somebody's old pair over there?
I don't know whose those are.
Oh yeah, these are also. Yeah, there's another. Oh, those are torn up.
We should give those to Dylan. Then
Yeah,
you guys,
Dylan,
all
here, you
three
want
of
you want the
could
torn
be
up-
wearing,
Yeah, that
DT
would be
770s?
What do you wear,
something.
Dylan?
I think I have these. Hold on. Yeah, they're Audio Tech. I have 2 different pairs. I like because we talked about the Sony ones the other day.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember which.
Those Sonys are. I forget what those are called. The ones that are like
You
in
knew
every
what-
radio studio.
Yeah, I like those a lot, but I literally bought them, had them for like 2 months, got laid off from the other job, have no idea where they are.
Oh, those. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, those sent out bake. I see you're wearing Beats.
I am today.
I talked a lot of
yes.
crap about Beats the other day
You
when we were
did.
talking about headphones. So do you like those?
So I am a headphone snob. Like the very first pair of headphones that I had were like this silver red Sonys.
Yeah.
And they were awesome. And I had them for like 8 years and they finally broke.
Mhm.
And then I found a pair of Sonys that were similar, but then they got stolen out of my car.
Dang.
So like
Somebody they just went in the car and just stole headphones.
It's the one I've lived at my condo now. I don't know how long it was at that time, but I've lived there now for over 12 years. One night I forgot to lock my car and somebody opened it up and took the headphones out, and that's all they took was just the headphones.
I mean, they probably tried every night, Bake. It's just the one time.
Maybe so.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe so.
Who was the guy that had the bowling shoes stolen?
Bowling shoes?
It was
I know who you're
It was a
talking
famous
about.
football player,
Yeah.
wide receiver, and he got mad.
Who was
Reggie Wayne.
Yes,
that's right.
Wayne.
Yes, that's right.
They had they didn't take his glasses. They took his bowling shoes or something.
Somebody said that, yeah.
Nobody wants to use those shoes everybody else has used at the bowling
No, you got to have your
alley,
own.
so-
What? Yeah. I
No,
think.
but-
Go ahead.
I like these, Bone, but I hate that you have to charge them.
Oh,
so
see,
I
that's-
only wear
yeah,
these
yeah,
once in a
yeah.
while. I think I've got a pair, like a white pair like Dylan's wearing out there that I
Okay.
usually have every day.
Yeah.
But these were charged, so I was like, I'll just throw these ones on.
See, because
I feel
my
that
experience
same
with them
way.
has not been good. So the Beats headphones, I have not had good experiences, but maybe. But again, if
these
yours
is-
if
I
yours
like
have been
these.
better,
I think these are pretty good.
The only thing I don't like about these is that I got to turn it up.
yeah, well, because they're made for professionals. They're not like amateur hour. These are-
No. See,
What's wrong with turning it up?
The Bose, I had it on like
You got it
2.
on, do you have it on common man setting now?
No, I ain't. That's ridiculous talk.
Yeah. Do you I meant to ask you how you like the headphones now you've had them on for a few days. Other than the volume thing. Yeah. See, they got the little, it's like towel material like on the ears. It's very soft and comforting. Seals it in.
I love how Bo's like, my headphones are good. If you have any other headphones, they're crap.
That's right.
Velour.
What's that called? The Bear what?
Bear Dynamic, whatever,
DT770.
Pros.
Buy an ad at this point.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we should get an endorsement deal. We've talked about it
I've
so
never
much.
understood why, like,
We
this,
should have
it's not
headphone
like,
deals.
hey, all the headphones are provided by blank company. Although, I do actually know why, because I can only imagine how many people here, like me, would then get it. Would be like, yeah, congratulations. Audio Technica is providing the headphones or whatever, and we would all, the snobs would be like, sorry, I can't use those. I have to use mine. So then we would have that problem.
I mean, that's a good brand. That's quality product.
No, Audio Technica, they do a good job.
What Dylan uses?
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. I'm saying they're good. I'm just saying if I didn't like them, then I would probably have I can tell you, Common Man would have a problem if he didn't like them. Like Timmy would probably. So we would all do that. So
Beats would come in and try to sponsor the studio, and T-Bone would ruin it for all of us. He'd be like, no, they suck. I'm not wearing those.
While we're on the topic
so
of
now we know why they don't
headphones-
do endorsements for headphones. We figured it out. We cracked the nut here. Yes.
While we are on the topic of headphones, like we're a radio station and we have people come in here, like how we don't have extra pairs that aren't broken.
Yeah,
over
all the
there
ones we
is
have are
just-
broken.
Like
yes.
we should have 2 extra pairs in here just in case because we have 2 extra mics.
Yeah, you would think a mic and a headphone, like they go together because you can't be on the air without headphones. It's not done.
They're not broken.
They're just worn out.
Torn up.
You can take that thing off of there, the little cover thing. Anyway, so whatever. Where's my drop? I need this more and more every day.
Well, whatever.
What's coming up on the show today, Bake?
NFL two-a-days. We are wrapping up. No, we're starting the NFC East. So we're going to talk about the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Brian Manning of Commanders Wire is going to join us at 11:30. Also, a lot of Browns quarterback talk. Deshaun Watson is QB1. Some LSU and Lane Kiffin. Let's just take all the NFL players and a little bit of Ryan Day sound from yesterday as well.
There you go.
You know why you couldn't remember if it was the start or the end of the NFC?
Why's that?
Because you took off yesterday. If you was here, you would know.
Good cause. It was a good cause yesterday, playing in AR's golf outing.
Man,
Raised a lot of money for the dogs. A lot of money for the dogs. Don't
See?
roll your eyes at me. I haven't gotten an email about Thursday yet, so you're not totally off the hook.
You didn't tell me you couldn't work, then go to AR's golf.
Started at 9:30.
Yeah, what's he supposed to do? Do the show live from the golf course?
I
He's
am not
on
opposed
play?
to using PTO. In fact, I think I've used all mine for the year.
Nothing wrong with that.
Hell
Use
yeah.
it. That's the way it should be.
You think that's cute?
I think that's smart.
It is smart. Good job, Bake. I agree with you.
Not letting the man hold me down.
Yeah.
I love how Bake has missed his show the past 2 weeks, has it been, to golf?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not hating on it at all. Good for
No,
you.
that's way. This is the time
They
to
don't
do
tell
it.
us how we have to use it. They just
Loser
say
talk.
use it.
That's loser talk.
It's not loser talk.
Can't
Tyvis.
take it with you, Tyvis.
Loser talk is letting it expire, letting the man get over on you, letting the billionaires
It's gonna be
win.
2 years in a row that it happens.
Well, that is loser talk. There we go. Bishop and Friends coming up 9 to noon right here on The Fan. Thank you, babe.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Feeling the heat? Call the experts at Logan Services now for hot deals on train systems, including 0% APR for 60 months.
Well, I'll tell you what, Angel Reese did it again. She had a 30-point game the other night. Last night, she had in their win, Atlanta Dreams 78-71 win over the Los Angeles Sparks. She set a WNBA single-game record with 26 rebounds in the game. Some of those, I'm sure, were me-bounds, but 26 rebounds in a game. I don't care how you get them. That's impressive. She passed Chimika Holdsquaw's record for 24 rebounds set in a game back in May of 2003 is when that was set. But more importantly, Angel Reese now has 458 rebounds this season in 37 games. That is also the WNBA record for rebounds in a season, 7 more than Asia Wilson's mark, which she set 2 years ago in 38 games. So more rebounds and fewer games for Angel Reese.
26 rebounds, 18 of them was defensive.
There you go. So good for Angel Reese. Nice job there. That's it for us, Bishop and Friends. Coming up next, have a great rest of your Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan Traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
By Worthington, we are seeing a crash 71 southbound. When you're passing 161, that right lane is closed ahead. Also in New Albany, a new incident to report. The right lane is now blocked on 161 westbound, just beyond US 62 out there. Lastly, a new crash into our system towards that east side. The left shoulder is blocked on 270, that northbound collector at US 40. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.